it, I'm not. I'm not back into it, I'm not. You're not into it, I'm not. I'm not back into it, I'm not. You're not into it, I'm not. I'm not back into it, I'm not. You're not into it, I'm not. I'm not back.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, denizens of the internet, welcome back to another episode of the Three Can Play podcast. My name is Sean McAclivan. I'm joined by two of my very good friends. To my left, I've got Nick P, and to my right, it's Corky.
Damn right.
Brad Crably Crab. Welcome back.
Should be a Timo hat.
No.
No, it should not.
I mean, like, you own Timo, you own Timo, I own Timo. We should all be wearing Timo hats.
I've never played him though.
I don't own Timo.
Yeah, you do.
I was
I bought it
forcibly
for you.
given Timo.
I bought him for you.
That was your fault.
No, it wasn't.
Don't leave your account logged in on someone else's computer.
Especially my computer.
It's rule number 1 of accounts.
When I'm around, you're never
Okay,
safe.
but it's not my... You think it's my fault? Or
Yeah.
more his fault?
You should have known better.
It's
Like, it's his fault for doing it,
Yeah.
but it's your fault for
I mean,
leaving your
but,
account
like,
open.
how am I at fault for letting me access to your account?
You should have known better.
Like, it's
All
me
right, yeah.
we're talking
We're
about.
both at fault.
No,
you
just
still.
you.
No, I'm going to
No.
hold
Like a
that
99.
I gave
over your
you,
head
I
till the
gave
end
you
of
a
time.
gift. I gave you a gift.
I don't think I've ever once played Timo willingly in Summoner's Rift.
I gave you a gift.
Maybe an ARM, but not in Summoner's Rift.
I'll dodge if I get
You've
him in
been
here and have no
gifted.
rerolls.
The champion of Timo. Use it wisely.
So bad. He's useless. Timo's garbage.
Have you seen Freeman play?
Garbage.
Yeah, Timo's useless.
Actually, I'm surprised. Freeman is making like a huge like turnaround in his mental. I mean, it's still like it's not that strong. So when we're not doing so hot, it goes down the drain. But
I guess he's not getting it.
no, I'm not getting
What?
it. Oh, there's I got coffee here. Okay,
No, you're good. You're good now. You're good. I just
Thank
didn't
you.
want to fucking say it.
I got it.
Like,
It's okay.
I
You can
guess
say it.
now I have to say it. It's stuck on your fucking lip, bud.
But yeah, I'm proud of Freeman.
Fair.
He's no longer free.
No, he's still pretty free, but he's making progress. Baby
Anyways,
steps. He's showing signs. Ooh, he's showing signs of change.
Only when he plays Vel'Koz, though.
Yeah, or his Vigar, which is decent.
Yeah.
Vagar.
Champion's
Vigar.
dope.
Vagar? Vigar. How do you say it?
I think I use them interchangeably.
Vigar.
Not like that. I don't think I've ever said it.
Welcome to the realm of Vigar.
What's his quote when you choose him?
Oh boy,
Or when you
Vigar
ban him?
time.
No, if the tables were
I
turned.
show you no mercy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Anyways,
what are you guys been
That's
playing?
such a remnant from the summoner
Oh.
line. That's like if he was a summoner, he would show us no mercy. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you guys been playing?
When League had summoners.
All right. Who cares about summoners right now?
I have been. Hey, it's a cool, interesting part of League history. Anyways, I've been playing a game called Legends of Runeterra.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, spoilers. Nobody knows what that is yet.
Okay. Well, do you want to
I'm
first
just
tell
kidding.
people
No,
what that game's about?
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay. Well, it's like a new card game that Riot's releasing. It's coming out soon, and they ended the beta. Couple of days
well,
ago.
alpha.
Oh, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Pre
Open-
alpha, pre beta, whatever hell it's called. Not fully
Open
released
alpha.
yet.
So the leak was right though, because last week we talked about how they talked about there was like a leak talking about
Oh,
a card
right.
game being
Right,
shown.
right.
So
Yeah.
leak was correct.
Mm-hmm.
How is it?
It's polished. as far as like graphics. The best thing about this game is the card art. Every single card creature at least has like a full 16 by 9
Yeah, you were linking some of the shots.
1080p artwork. I mean, the card work is like just a slice of it,
Yeah.
but every card has like an expanded entire artwork done by a studio or a person named Six More Vodka. I don't know if they're a single person or a studio. Probably a studio because there's hundreds of cards in the game.
That'd be a lot of work for one.
But man, is some of the art great.
Like background worthy.
Yeah,
Like it's like I
really
would put this on my desktop and just
really
look at
good.
it.
Especially because it's like I was talking. I don't know if we had this conversation on stream, but I was talking to Brad about like how League has no lore or
That
something.
was last week, yeah.
We were talking on stream about
Yeah.
this. Okay,
You were debating with Nick and I about the lore
yeah.
of League.
So turns out League does have lore after all.
Surprise!
They've
Pikachu
got like
face.
an entire world. It's but playing League of Legends, you wouldn't know that. Like I don't read champion stuff. I just click play, and
That's your fault though.
No, it's not.
They have stuff on like the client. Like when they were releasing the comics, they had stuff. Whenever new champions or new skins come out, they have like featured stuff that you can click and links to the website with information.
you
and
you
lore.
pay attention to your
There's even,
client.
like if you go to like
Yeah.
if you go to like your skins and like open up the skin like each
Yeah,
skin has their own
Who
feat,
doles
like, their
that?
own groups.
Who does
group.
that? I
A lot
click
of
Open
play.
up
people.
the skin group. It tells you a
I
little
click
description
play,
about
find
it.
match. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
This is
But
a you
okay,
problem.
so okay, you're right. Okay, you're right. It's a me problem. But turns out League does have a lot of lore, and it turns
Yeah.
out it's pretty dope.
Yeah,
shit,
that's
eh?
what we were saying.
Some of the
last
art
week.
for like some of the cities, like Demacia, looks very like Stormwind-esque inspired.
Yeah,
They got some like really. It looks very like It looks very like techno fantasy. They've got like steampunk and magic and
a lot of
swamps
steampunk
and-
will be like Piltover Zon.
Sure,
Zon,
sure.
Zon there's Piltover on top and Zon's below Piltover.
I didn't know this. Awesome. Have you
So,
seen the world map? The
Yes,
Runeterra map?
I've
Okay.
seen it. Of course I fucking. I know there's lore. You didn't.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Demasia's anti-magic.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the thing. They have mages stuck in like concentration camps outside the city.
Mhm. And they have like an archetype, the Demacian cards. It's kind of like, well, let me explain how the cards work. So it's kind of like Magic. If you ever played Magic the Gathering, in which there's colors. There's like, but instead of being colors and kind of land types, it's regions of Runeterra. So you have Demacia, you have Freljord, you have Zon and Piltover as one. You've got the Shadow Isles as one, and you got Noxus. I think
And
those are the
Ionia.
5. And Ionia, those are the
There's
6. And you can build a deck out of 2 of them, which I actually was a little disappointed by. I wish there was no limit on the number of regions you could put in a deck, but oh well, that's how they balance their game. So yeah, you can build a deck out of 2 regions, and you can pick cards, and some of the archetypes in the Demacian decks are anti-magic. They're like all about dealing away with magical effects and spells, and there's things called mage seekers. And okay, playing this game, I'm always starved for like places to steal ideas from to give me inspiration, because I like to create like fantasy for D&D especially.
Yeah,
And I should be reading more, but I'm not. So I do this thing where I just watch movies and TV and do the easy route and just
get all your
steal
inspiration from that.
and steal stuff from there. It's hard to come up with stuff like by myself. So I'll do it often. I'll do it for like the big centerpieces,
Yeah,
but just finding like things to like then fill in the other parts. It's easier to
everyone gets inspiration. Like
yeah.
nobody.
I feel guilty though sometimes. Like I'll say that to you right now. Like
There's a difference between inspiration and copying.
yeah,
Like
true.
everybody is going to be inspired to do certain things based on stuff in their life, and it's
Mhm.
how you take that inspiration and whether you're creative enough to form your own thing out
Sure.
of it, or if you're literally like, hey, that's a cool idea, and then just put that idea right. So wouldn't if
yeah.
as long as you're putting your own creative twist on it, I wouldn't feel bad.
Quick
about
tangent.
it.
Do you ever feel like you ever see things in game and just feel like they're copy pasted from other places or other games or genres or something like that?
Alderaan.
If you do, be honest. Hey, it honestly came to my head naturally.
Oh shit, my hat's
I
hitting
didn't
stuff.
realize there was a place called, and also it's spelled differently. So fuck
Is
you.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Don't worry, Ethan. I
He just
wanna-
tried to get up and his headphones were just. I'm gonna expose you.
But this
right
is
here.
all my fault because I hit something
Oh.
with my stupid hat.
I'm
So
sorry,
yeah, answer the
Ethan.
question really quick.
No, not really.
Okay, good. I'm glad. But yeah, so this game is really cool. It's very polished. The animations look sleek.
How does the gameplay
So
feel?
basically, the game goes. It's like you pass priority essentially. So what happens is you make an action, and your opponent immediately has a chance to respond. So if there are no turns per se. There are, but they don't call them turns. They call them rounds.
Okay.
So every round, one person is attacking and one person is defending. And then when the next round goes on, the next person moves into their attack phase and you move into your defense phase. So for example, if you have 1 mana, you summon a 1 mana unit. Your opponent will instantly have a chance to respond to use their 1 mana in any way they see fit, magic spell or.
Before you can so say you play your card
Yep.
before you can attack, they can answer.
Yep.
So they reply to you, and then you would go through your attack phase
Yes,
afterwards.
exactly.
Interesting.
So it's a lot of it's a little more complicated than Hearthstone,
Okay.
which I like.
Quick
And
question for you before
yes.
you continue. So you get 1 mana per turn.
Yes. Unless you
Um,
ramp, obviously. There are ramp cards that exist in the
Okay. So say you play and it's your phase. You
Mhm.
play a 1 mana card, and then
Mhm,
priority's
mhm.
passed to me to answer. I play 1.
game. Yeah.
Then you attack, right? On my
Yep.
next turn, do I get the mana back even though I used
Yes.
it on your turn?
Yeah. You do.
Okay, so there's no, you don't want to never reply. If you can reply,
Pretty
it's
much.
always beneficial
Pretty
to
much.
reply. Okay.
Pretty much. I mean, there are cases where you probably want to not.
Like save the card itself,
Sure,
but
sure.
you don't need to save on mana
Yep.
or anything like that. Okay.
You can have up to 5 or 6 creatures on the board at once, I believe. Spells. There are 3 kind of spells. There are slow spells, burst spells, and fast spells. Slow spells you can only play on your main action, I believe. Burst spells you can reply to an opponent's action with, and fast spells you can play instantly anytime.
This is reminding me of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that too.
Yeah, 'cause
like-
you have the standard, then you've got quick spells, and then
Mhm.
you've got the biggest priority, which are the counter traps, which
You also
can
got,
be
like-
answered to anything.
Yu-Gi-Oh also has like the 5 different stages to everybody's turn, right?
Yeah, you've got like a bunch of phases:
yeah,
main
main
phase,
phase,
draw phase,
yeah, all that.
attack
So
phase, stuff like that.
like it's a little inspired Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
kind of
It seems inspired by a lot of different games actually.
yeah.
but taking the best out of each thing and just like trying to combine it for the best
Yeah.
possible game.
Speaking of, what were we just talking about?
Talking about the different spells. You're talking about the 3 different spells that they had in the game.
And I wanted to mention something. Anyways, I forgot what I wanted
If
to
you
mention.
remember,
Yeah.
just jump in.
I will say there is right. So speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, I just remembered the chain resolves backward because we always like make a joke about that.
Yeah.
And speaking of the chain, they show the chain of effects in the middle of the board, and it shows which effect will activate after which effect
That's
of every
cool.
card, so you know.
You know
what
what's
happens.
happening.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly.
just like, wait.
They also
what?
have a function where if you hover over there's like a little blue oracle's eye. It's like the oracle orb. You hover over it, it'll show you the future of effects that'll happen, and it'll show you the board state in the future following all the effects, which I guess is helpful for people who don't know exactly what it's going to look like afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I have one problem with this game. Sometimes it feels like the card, especially on spells like fast and burst spells, like the instant reply to an opponent's effect. For whatever reason, sometimes the mechanics don't make it, and it's a pre-alpha, so I'm sure they're tweaking it.
Yeah.
Feels like doesn't work like it's intended. Like you think, oh, I can, like if you've got a 2/2 fighting a 2/2, you're like, oh, I can probably buff it with this effect, right? And you go to do that, and before you can even have a chance to reply, the battle just starts, and you just have like 1 mana left in hand and that card left in hand. So you kind of have to figure out which cards do and don't do that, or something like that. So maybe these need to clarify.
Yeah.
Cool game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's the pre-alpha, so they gave you a bunch of cards for free. They also unlocked all the cards in the last 2 days of the pre-alpha
Just
or
let
whatever.
people just experiment with everything.
So you're right. We were wrong. They'll reset the unlock
Progress.
progression. Yep.
Yeah, I don't. Why
On
would
release.
they keep it?
Yeah.
It'd be really dumb.
But the game looks cool, looks nice, and it's league related, and there's league lore now apparently, so I'm interested to know. Also, some of the cards, they're like really cool, like the cards tell stories. There's a 1 mana card called Cytheria Cloudfield. Then there's like a 4 mana card called Cytheria on like something else, and there's like a 6 mana card called Cytheria the Templar. It kind of shows like the evolution of this character showing up in Demacia. then training and heading to the Shadow Isles, because there's like this whole theme where Demacia is invading the Shadow Isles for some reason. I don't know why. So they're all so on the second card she's on a boat heading to the Shadow Isles, and the third card she's in the Shadow Isles.
So it's like
leading-
her journey.
Yeah, yeah, it's
That's
really
pretty
cool.
cool.
It's really cool.
Did you get to try out any of the actual like the character cards?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
The
Right, champions.
yeah. The
So
champions.
here's the thing, though. All the best decks that I made didn't really, because I had like a great win rate with all the decks that I made, and probably because a lot of noobs were playing this game, so people don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
But most of the cards I built or decks I built were just like really good mana efficient cards that did stuff immediately when played, or really strong bodies on board, or had spells that were good effects.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the champions are like, to be really good, you need to evolve them, which means you need to. So all champions in the game can be evolved, which means you need to, and they all have like an evolution, like a requirement or a prerequisite that needs to be filled. So, for example, to evolve Shen, you need to apply his effect, which is he applies a barrier, which is like Divine Shield from Hearthstone, to the attacker to his right. And you need to do that 4 times, and he'll evolve into his upgraded version.
Like him ulting in the actual game.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's a lot of that, but those for me they were too slow, I found. I didn't really use champions a lot, to be honest.
Okay.
A lot of decks I came up against, I just like it's a very aggro tempo based meta, or I don't know, but like that's how I played,
Yeah, that's your experience.
because I just zerged people down. The Demacian decks were my favorite because all the Demacian cards buffed other Demacian cards, and there's like an elite archetype which buffs all the other elites. So Cytheria has an elite, a 1 mana 2/2 elite, and there's a card called maybe like the Forge Smith or something, and he gives +1/+1 to every elite that's summoned. So I just played him. Then I played a bunch of elites, and I had a bunch of cards that would buff other, like there was cards that would give +2/+2, who were, you know. So I
Sounds
just
like you're playing Pally in Hearthstone.
a little bit. It was like I was like a very Zooey kind of. I played a lot of Zoo, I guess. Not very many spells, and I just had like by turn 5 I would had like 30 mana worth of stats. I'm exaggerating, but like a lot of worth of stats. While people were still trying to evolve their champions, I'm like, all right, you have fun with that. I'm just gonna bam, 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 hit your face a bunch of times.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
yeah,
Well, it is pre-alpha. They got
Yeah.
time to
they have time
Yeah.
tinker with it, whatever.
for sure. I do hope it becomes slower, because
Well, I feel like if you find that the champion cards aren't, fast enough for the game, I feel like since this is a league related game still, that champions are probably going to play a pretty big role, or
Yeah.
at least they're going to want them to.
mhm.
So if they're irrelevant because they're too slow, I think they're going to either slow down the meta or speed up those. One of the
Yep.
two, because they're probably going to want these characters that they've designed their games around to be relevant, right?
Yep.
So I would expect
A lot
that.
of good. Sorry, go ahead.
I said I watched people stream the game. My favorite deck that the people played with was a Teemo deck where they planted shrooms in the decks of other people.
Yeah. So
That is-
I don't know
That's
if
a
you know.
thing?
That's hilarious.
There's an entire archetype based around planting shrooms in your opponent's deck, and when you draw the cards, you take damage to the number of shrooms you draw.
So good. It's hilarious.
There's a clip of Disguised Toast
Oh.
putting 900 something shrooms in his opponent's deck,
Oh my
and
god.
his opponent draws the card, and he takes 36 damage. 36. He draws 36 shrooms, and you only have 20 HP.
It's
so
so
he went,
good.
like,
It's
negative a bajillion or something.
hilarious. It's so
Oh.
funny.
No, it's not.
It's hilarious.
It's, to be fair, it's not that good,
Yeah.
right?
It wouldn't be a league game if they didn't have some
Yeah.
Teemo crap in it.
There's also some good combo decks. I got wrecked by like some good Miracle Rogue was your thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good combo. Are you like a combo type player?
I just sure.
Yeah,
I guess.
there's some good combo stuff going on. It seems like there's space for a lot of the standard archetypes of card games. Like, it seems like I tried to play a lot of Control. I
Yeah.
had a decent time with Control. I found Aggro was a little bit better, but Control worked well. There was a bunch of mid range I played as well. It seemed to work well. It seemed there was a lot of room for this game to grow in the right
Yeah,
direction.
Miracle Rogue was busted because that auctioneer card happened
Yeah.
every time you drew a spell, and rogues had the ability to make your spells cost less.
Yep.
So you just fucking kept doing that and got all
Yep.
your cards to get Leroy Jenkins and like fucking the buff that gives you +4 thing after
Yep.
comboing. You just ran them in the face for like 18,000
hate that
damage. And
deck.
it was great. I loved it.
I
It
went
was
up against
so much.
a Hecarim deck. There's a and the game has a bunch of good like card abilities. Like there's something called like they have ephemeral, which means this unit only lasts one turn. They have regen, which means this unit recovers HP at the end of the round. They've got like quick attack, which means this unit applies battle damage first.
Okay.
There's no charge, which I'm grateful for, so
Yeah.
thank God. But they have a bunch of cool, like actually meaningful card effects, I think. So I went back as a Hecarim deck, which summons like these ghostly steeds. And this person summoned 3 steeds and then buffed them all and just like comboed me to death. So I was like, what just happened?
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. I'm sad I didn't get in. I tried. I left the Scars.
I got so
on.
lucky, I guess, because I
whole
literally
night
got in
nothing.
on the first day. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get my account to the Riot Games thing, and it just would not
Right.
work.
Yeah. I couldn't get in, but
well,
I'm gonna try when
I'm
the
in
beta
for the
comes
next
around.
one because if you're in for this one, you're in for the next one,
Yeah,
which is nice.
Hopefully, when the beta comes around, I'm sure they'll send out a lot more, and hopefully,
Mhm.
I'm one of those people because I'd love to get my hands on this game.
I can
Uh,
wait till release. I will wait for it.
I'm having a lot of fun. I don't have too much experience with card games, to be honest. Like, I delve like I've played some Magic, I've played some Yu-Gi-Oh, I've played some Pokemon, but I've never really like
Been like hardcore into any of them.
deep dived, and
Yeah.
so I guess I'm not the best person to know to get a good read on like the meta or the health of the game, but to me, it seems fun. So I'm looking forward to more of it.
That's good.
Well,
Sorry, that took a while, but
no,
It's a new game,
You
so-
played the first new game in a long time out of any of us.
Yeah.
fair.
So I'll have one to talk about next week
Okay, nice.
because of this week. Outer Worlds comes out.
On Friday,
It
and
came
the
out. Didn't
reviews
it come
are-
out already?
Comes out on Friday.
Oh,
Comes out
so I
Thursday
guess
night
review
at
process.
9 p.
Although Co Carnage was playing it this morning.
Yeah, I saw. Like, I can't watch you.
Yeah.
Yo, he was also playing a game called Moons of
I don't know,
something. Anyways, that game looks like continue.
but yeah, I don't watch him. He's playing games that I want to play. Cause like I don't want to.
No,
Yeah.
because then it's gonna
Yeah.
spoil.
I
it
had to
for
stop
you.
it because that game looked so cool, and I was like, I don't want to watch it.
So yeah, it comes out like Thursday night at like 9 p.m. or something.
And it's getting
something
really
weird.
good reviews. The review thread came out on our games, and I think it's getting like high
People are
eights, low
saying,
nines.
like it is what you expect. Don't expect anything else out of it. I'm like, yes, this is what I want.
A lot of
Yeah.
comparisons to Fallout New Vegas.
That is, people have been calling it the spiritual successor to New Vegas in space,
Mhm.
which I'm like, I will
I
take
mean,
Yes.
that makes sense. It's
Give
Obsidian,
me-
right?
I will
So-
take that. If that's what I'm going to get, or even like something similar to that, I will take it and love it and cherish it every day of my life. But yes, all I've been playing is a little more Destiny 2, a little more League of Legends, because I should talk about it later, because there's a whole bunch of League and Riot stuff to talk about. But yeah, that's all I've been doing. More Destiny grinding.
Nice.
Like that. The vibe-
How's your Shadowkeep experience going so far? You having
it's
fun?
good. Like
Yeah, good.
the
I'm glad.
campaign was short and sweet, but I know what they're trying to do is expand the game and the story and the content like over time. So I know they're like kind of drip feeding you a little bit, whereas Forsaken kind of just fucking dropped it all on you, and then like it kind of like the start of a new season always had that big like that
Sure.
content drop, but after that it was like there wasn't much else to do other than like the seasonal events. But here it's like they're taking their time bit by bit. They're giving you stuff to grind to, all this stuff to like play for in the future. It's just you have to get like grind for that. Like they're all releasing new difficulties to get more better guaranteed exotic drops and better
Okay.
like reward drops, stuff
Nice,
like that.
nice.
I'm just nowhere near that right now. I'm still like 930. So I kind of like
And what's the cap?
at 950 is the hard cap, but you
Okay.
can go beyond 950 with like pinnacle rewards and
Wait, so
your
it's not a
se-
hard
season-
cap then?
it is a hard cap essentially because the way you would move past it is upgrading your season rank. Your season rank
Sure.
will give you bonus power to upgrade your
Okay.
light level.
I guess that makes sense. Okay.
It's kind of weird, but it works.
Sure.
It's like 900 is a soft cap, 950 is like the hard cap, and then you can move past that with seasonal rewards.
Okay.
Yeah, been doing that. The Vex Defensive stuff is fun. You got a really dope SMG which has like 2 great perks. One's called Swashbuckler, which is SMG
Is it a
kill-
melee thing?
SMG kills buff your damage, and your gun damage, and your melee damage up to 5 times, and it has outlaw with precision kills like speed up your reload. So it's just like I'm fucking mowing people down. It's great. It's so much fun.
Good.
But yeah, have fun with those. That's all I've really been doing. I don't know if I mentioned I beat the Untitled Goose Game.
You finished it?
Yeah, I finished it. Well, I finished like the main part of it. It's a very short game. Like,
Yeah.
it's not very long.
Which game?
Untitled Goose Game,
Oh, right.
where you play as a goose and
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
people. So basically, each level, there's actually it's one big like world the game, but there's different levels to it. Like the first level is the gardener one. The second level is like a street level where like there's a shop and like stuff like that. And next one's like two backyards of like artist and somebody else, and it goes on from there. And
Is your job in that game just to kill everyone?
no, you just fuck people. Like
Oh.
you do, it gives you it gives you tasks.
Okay.
You have to figure out how to like complete those tasks. Like one of them is make there's one on the street level where it's like make the kid fall over. So what you do is you go untie his shoes, then you honk at him because he's scared of you, and he falls over. So yeah.
It's literally just a game where you're just an annoyed freaking goose.
Then there's one in the backyard level. There's one where it's like, get a ribbon, make someone tie a ribbon on you. It's like, how the fuck do you do that? So there, on that level, there's like a little like miniature goose statue that you pull a ribbon off, then you tie it somewhere, then pull the statue away. Then you go and take place of that statue, have the person put the ribbon on you, and you just like you get the challenge done. It's
How much was
great.
it?
Like $25 on the Switch.
Dude, that's amazing.
And after you beat the game, it gives you more objectives to complete. Like there's objectives to like beat each level at a certain time requirement and stuff like that. There's also more objectives it gives you to like do. So you have like
Yeah.
because as you move through the game, you open up like shortcuts to different areas. So you can like move back and forth between different areas, to, like bring different items to different sections to like
Interesting.
make
So it's
your
got some depth to it.
like objectives work. It's all about figuring out how it's like just figuring out like the chain of events, what works to what.
Sure.
Like there's one you gotta like drop a bucket on someone's head. Yeah.
Rake in the lake
Yeah, raking like drop the rake, got a rake, bring in the lake.
to steal the farmer's rake.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, this
Great.
game
It's
sounds
just like
amazing.
a game where you're just a troll.
Yeah,
Ugh,
so it's a
hilarious.
very me game. I love it.
yeah.
So yeah, that's I beat that. I don't know if
Nice.
I don't know if I'll go back and do the more objectives to it, but I definitely like enjoyed my time playing it. One knock I will give it is that the controls are very awkward.
I mean, you're a duck, so maybe
You're a
it's part
Or
of.
goose.
Oh, isn't it Untitled Duck Game though?
Goose
I've been sent
Goose
Untitled Goose Game for the
Ah.
past like 5 minutes.
Sure.
Come on. You got too much hair. It's blocking your ears.
Anyways, yeah, beat that. Play Destiny 2. Play League. That's really about it. We're just waiting for Other Worlds to come out.
We've been having some good success in League of Legends. I dig it. We worked. Our synergy is going. Woo.
Starting to win our silver elo normal games.
Yeah. Haha.
I'm pretty much the same as Nick, except no goose game.
Sure.
Just League and Destiny. Nothing really new. The one thing I will say in Destiny is they just released a new exotic bow called Leviathan's Breath. And it is the first time that there's a bow in the game that's not using primary ammo. This bow is a heavy ammo bow.
It's a
Okay.
power weapon.
It is a gigantic frickin' bow.
Yeah.
The string is a frickin' chain that you'd find like a chainsaw.
Oh my god.
And the arrow's this like huge, thick frickin' like bolt.
The thing
And
has
when-
some like umph to it. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
As you're drawing, you can like hear and feel how heavy this thing is, and when
Damn.
it shoots, the sound and the like, it does like a void. Oh my god! It's so satisfying because it just feels like you're just
Yeah.
like shooting this freaking missile. Like it feels like you're carrying a ballista in your hand.
It like one shots other guardians.
Yeah,
The,
so in,
like
like-
a body shot.
In PvP, if you get heavy ammo, you're just one tapping people.
Damn.
It's I'm
Nice.
so happy that they were taking bows and like willing to make a bow.
You're a huge
like,
bow fan, too.
yeah,
So
dude, Crisis.
yeah,
I'm a huge bow fan. I
So-
use bows all the time in that game.
bows are great. Bows
Yeah.
are great.
And like I love bows, but like when you're doing end game activities, a lot of the bows for like optimal DPS in Destiny, they fall and they're not as
Okay.
they don't do as much damage as other weapons. But this one actually, and it has a stagger effect on bosses, so I actually feel like
Well,
it might not
has
be-
the unstoppable mod on it.
yeah, and it also has the unstoppable
What's that
mod,
do?
which is
Well, in this season, they've added three new modifications added to your guns. Overload, anti-overload, anti-barrier, and unstoppable. Because there's 3 new types of enemies that have modifiers to them. Well, not 3 new types, but their enemies have new modifiers to them. They're called overload, unstoppable are kind of similar, where it's like they kind of charge at you with like massive health and like kind of regenerate health. And then you have the mods to stop that effect.
Sure.
And the barrier ones, like when you lower them to a certain amount of health, they get a giant barrier around them that you can't damage them at all with until you pierce that barrier with anti-barrier mods. So there are some guns in the game right now that have them naturally on it. Like Ariana's Vow has anti-barrier mod on it, like naturally,
Mhm.
and Leviathan's Breath has naturally unstoppable mod on it.
Sure. What does Unstoppable do?
Well,
It-
just it
it
staggers
staggers
the
them
unstoppable enemies.
and
They're
stops
basically
the
just like
powerful
higher
gen.
tier enemies that make some of the harder activities even harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just the fact
What's
that
this
there's a
called?
bow,
Leviathan's Breath? I
Leviathan's
have to look
Breath,
this up.
yeah.
A chain
And
for
just-
the string.
it's just I'm so happy that there's a bow that I could actually like realistically bring into an endgame activity and not feel like
Mhm.
I'm being like held
Yeah,
back by
yeah.
using it, because the bows feel so good in Destiny. Like they nailed how to get bows down, and I'm just like, give me more. I'm waiting for a special ammo bow. I'm just like, keep giving me more bows.
should also
When did the first
mention-
bow drop?
Forsaken.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when they added bows,
Okay.
but they've
Should-
all been primary ammo. They have some really cool ones, a couple really cool exotic ones that like chain lightning. There's one that does a dot of void damage, but none that have been like so good that it's been like end game meta build worthy. But
Yeah.
Leviathan's Breath, it might not be the absolute best one, but it's definitely a contender, especially
Only
with the
thing
stagger.
I see it like limiting its potential is its draw time, which makes sense because it's like a fucking one-hit kill on
Yeah.
Guardians, but and Stagger's bosses. But I should mention that this bow is only available with season pass owners, so all you freeloaders can't get it.
So if you buy Shadowkeep, you naturally you
You get
automatically-
this
Yeah.
season pass.
People
yeah.
who don't buy Shadowkeep can't get the bow.
Wait, so you're telling me New Light just get free exotics?
You get
Well,
exotics that
New
available-
Light doesn't get Shadowkeep. You have
But they just get additional exotics that aren't in year one. Like
What-
New Light just comes with exotics, like as for free to play.
you can earn exotics in
Yeah.
the game.
but like you can't.
You can earn anything from year one, and you can earn any exotics that they've added that aren't tied to Forsaken or Shadowkeep
Damn,
specific event, like
Yeah.
raids and stuff like
didn't
that.
know that.
You can get all the world drops that they've added. Yeah, dude, there's a lot that comes with New Light. It's
Cool.
pretty worth it.
Cool.
But yeah, that's all I've really been doing. So,
Word.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to talk about the anniversary stream first and unpack all that, or do we want to hit up
We should get
worlds?
The smaller things first. Just
Go worlds first.
Worlds probably.
Worlds lead into anniversary.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we'll do worlds first.
Is there other stuff to talk about?
Oh, you want to do
Oh,
like
you want to end
all
on?
the other stuff and then
Yeah.
end with
Sure,
okay,
sure.
Okay, so first thing, which is I guess pretty cool, Steam sales. Everyone loves them. Get a lot of games for cheap.
That you never
The dates have been leaked. Sorry, what'd you say?
play? That no one ever plays.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still have games I've never played.
Me too. I think everyone does.
It's because you're like, but so cheap.
Yeah,
$2.
I've
I
given
want-
up on the backlog. I'm just like, I'm gonna play games. I get them. And
Yeah.
I can't do this whole like play backlog thing.
I almost like buckled down and got all of them done. I think I have like 3 or 4
You're
I never did. I
dedicated.
Dude, I bought the Counter-Strike bundle, which
Yeah,
comes with
and
like
you- and the
opposing
Half-Life
force,
thing.
or sorry, the Half-Life, not Counter-Strike, Half-Life
Okay.
that has like opposing force, blue shift, like all those spin-offs.
Yeah.
And like 1 week, I was just like beat every
I remember
freaking
that.
one because I was like, I need to play these.
Yeah.
They're on my list, and they're all like 2 or 3 hours, but I just like grinded them. Anyway, so apparently we're getting 3 sales in the next 2 months because
Why the fuck not?
so starting on the 28th of October till November 1st is the Halloween sale,
Mhm.
which I don't think will be like anything crazy. I think this one, I don't think it's going to be like every game on the store is
It's
on
gonna be mainly
sale.
like horror games. Probably.
Horror games and stuff like that.
I hope There Are
Maybe-
Billions goes on sale. I'm gonna try to pick that up.
Which one's that one?
It's the Zombie Survival RTS.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that one's there. Shortly after that, November 26th, which I think is around Black Friday, to December 3rd is the autumn sale.
Yeah, it's about Black Friday.
That one I expect is probably going to be a bit better. And then it ends on December 3rd, and then December 19th, January 2nd is the winter sale, which is
Right.
the biggest one. But yeah, there are going to be 3 frickin' sales.
Any
in
games that
2
you guys are looking
months.
forward to? Like, not new games or like
Odyssey
in general, I guess.
Odyssey's been on my list for a while,
Yeah.
and it dropped as low as like 66% off, or something. It was like $27. I almost bought it, but I was still playing through Origins
Sure.
and still had the
Yeah.
DLC, so I didn't want to buy it. So if that one drops to $26 or less, I will probably be picking that up because now I'm done Origins, so I can move on. Have my wish list. I'm just trying to remember if
If
there's
Shadow of
anything
Tomb
else.
Raider goes on sale, I might
Yes,
buy that.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I
Oh,
still need to pick
shoot.
up.
That's the third one, right?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Is Wildlands on Steam, or is it Uplay only?
I think that might be Uplay only. Also, there's a 3D platformer called
Oh, no, it's on
Hat of
Steam.
Time. I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And Matthew recommended it to me. I've had that on my wish list for a while, and he said it's really good. I've seen a lot of good reviews about it. So if that thing goes pretty cheap, I might grab that as well.
If Ghost Recon goes on sale for Wildlands, I'm picking it up on Steam. We should all just pick it up.
That's the one that you have for Xbox, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about you? Anything on your list?
Like I said, there are billions.
There are billions, yep.
Soma
Soma.
by the makers of Amnesia.
Okay.
Um,
Another like horror.
yeah, it's not. Although in this one you can fight
Okay.
a little
So
bit.
it's not just run away.
Yep.
What a pansy bitch.
Amnesia is probably the greatest horror game ever played, so don't talk
Yeah,
shit about it.
And it's not that good.
Have you played Outlast?
Yes. Oh, that's way better.
Yeah, it's
Is that the one with the camera?
also a
Oh,
great
that's
game.
way better than Amnesia.
I liked Amnesia a little bit
They
better.
both suck because I hate horror games.
Yeah, so there are billions. Soma.
Well, Dead Space is
Um,
better than both of them anyway, so.
That's basi-
It's pretty much it, really. I mean, I don't know.
Still a
I have,
couple.
I have my wish list. I have to check.
Yeah, I usually throw like a bunch of stuff that's on my wish list, even if it's not like I need this game.
Yeah.
Because if a sale that's just so good comes up, at least I'll know about
You
it.
know, I always complain about how like I just complain a lot. I feel like in general, but I've realized
Yeah, we're human. What we do.
there's some like if you do a little bit of work, there's some really great games out there. So I've been trying to like explore just
Kinda.
past the what they give you on the main page on
Yeah.
the AAA shit. So
Sometimes I'll go on. You know how they have like under $6 games or whatever. I'll just like go through like 5 or 6 pages of that stuff just to see if there's any
Yeah.
like hidden gems that catch my eye or something like that. I'm sure you can find some good things that way. So, but yeah. In other news, it's also not League related. Modern Warfare has kind of they've laid down what the content
Lay down
drop
the
is going to look like, which is very much different than what COD has done, but very much similar to what almost every game is kind of going for now, and that is a seasons pass,
Battle Pass.
battle pass, which seems to be the norm now for
Yeah.
games.
I don't like
Um,
that, but that's another topic
The,
entirely.
the one thing, yeah, it's weird because you've got the free to play games that have the paid season passes, and then you've got paid games that have paid season passes, and you're like, but I already just paid you $80.
Yeah.
Why am I having to pay for more? So the way they're doing this one is similar to Destiny, in which you have your paid and your free seasons pass.
Which is cool. I don't mind
So
that as
you're
much.
not obligated to buy it to still be earning content. Obviously, just like in Destiny, you get more if you buy the paid version than the free one. They had said like all guns and stuff will be earnable through playing. They didn't really specify whether guns and stuff would be locked behind the
So
paid
what
version
I
or not.
understood was that there's the two battle passes. There's the free one you could play, and then there's the paid one you could play.
Yeah.
With like Destiny, you have your free and your paid one, but Destiny's free to play now, so that it's a little more easy on the eyes and easier to consume. That's free to play. Anyways, they said that it's a level 155 grind for your base levels, and that does not reset ever. They said, but the seasons pass, they're calling it officer ranks. So it's 1 to 100, I believe, where you start off as like the lowest rank officer on that battle pass up to
Damn.
all the way to 100, and that battle pass unlocks you different items and cosmetics for your base guns. You unlock all your base guns through leveling up normally 1 to 55.
Base attachments too, I hope.
Everything functional
Good.
in terms of gameplay. They said you unlock 1 to 55 and using the guns. They said everything on top of that, the cosmetics, the added cosmetic items,
Sure.
these and all the XP stuff is done through earned through the battle pass, free and paid.
That's fair.
That's how I understood it.
I
So
hope
it
that
seems
is
like
the case.
yeah.
But
Hopefully.
with COD, we've seen them do opposite.
We'll have to
very
wait
many
and
times.
see. Maybe I know Chris Yoga said he was gonna get it, so maybe
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm getting it yet still or not. So maybe he can explain it if he gets it, because I know
through his experience.
he loves the game and he might get that season's pass or whatever. So
Do you guys
Yeah.
play any games enough to justify getting a season's pass?
Destiny,
Destiny.
Okay. I just don't play any games enough.
League.
Sure. League.
I bought the League's World Pass this year because unlike it, they usually last 1 month. This time it lasts 2 months.
Yeah,
So it's like, you know what? 2 months is a great enough time for me to grind out all those missions it gives me. I like force myself through 1 month of pain.
Sometimes like Halo or Gears, if it's like new, like when Gears came out, I grinded that for like 3-4 weeks straight. I was
Sure.
playing that shit every day,
Sure.
grinding out there. They had like a free
Yeah, Gears 5
pass.
is all
Fair.
free though, and their
Yeah,
MTX is.
but I would have
But not like
yeah.
long term, right? Because I feel
It's
like
hard. There's so many good games. Like I
Yeah.
can't be like
Yeah.
even League. I've been playing that game on and off, mostly on, but like I've taken like a month break here and there, maybe even close to 2 months sometimes, because there's just so many other games out there that are trying to get your attention. Like everyone's trying to go for this model where they keep their players playing over and over and over, right?
games
Like,
as
they
a
don't want
service
you
kind of
leaving.
thing.
Yeah. So when there's so many good games that I'm enjoying and they all running this model, it's really hard to just stick with one game. So there are a lot of games that I would because the way they do the battle pass is usually like for a season. So it's like 3 months this to pass. So a lot of games I would do that, but I don't know if there's very many games where I would buy like a whole year worth of battle
Sure.
passes because I'd probably be moving on to something else.
Have you guys played Apex on the new map yet?
No.
No,
want
I need to
Okay.
still. I
I-
downloaded it. I have it all patched and ready to
Fair.
go, but I
I
haven't
bought
played.
the first 2 seasons of Battle Pass for Apex. I was like, I fucking Respawn. I believe in you guys. Please do something great.
It seems like they have.
I
been
give
doing
them
great
money
things.
because I believe
Yeah.
in them.
Yeah.
That sounds so bad, but I do.
Well,
Nothing
I
wrong
mean,
with that.
they haven't
And I'm-
released anything that's been bad in my
And I'm
opinion.
100% pre-ordering Jedi Fallen Order. Can't stop me.
That game looks so sick.
It does.
You seen the previews for it?
Yes,
I'm
I've
so
been watching
excited for Star
everything
Wars.
that comes
Oh.
out, and it comes out 3 days before the movie.
Yeah.
No, a
When
month
does
and
it?
3 days before the movie.
I
sorry.
can't watch. How can you do that to yourself? How can you spoil the game?
What?
Don't you like just going into it blind and just letting it surprise
I
you?
do,
and
but then I
watch
see
all
new
of it?
Star Wars news, and I'm like, click.
All I'm watching is that
Fair.
I watched that Easy Allies preview, and that's all I'm gonna do. That's all. That's it. I'm done. I'm waiting till
I'm
the
not
game's out.
watching like if it's any like stuff that goes in your story, I'll leave. But like for gameplay and stuff, I'm like, ooh, what you got? What you got? What
I
you got?
Fair
don't.
enough.
I
I'd
have
like
no
to
idea what the
even that
story is,
stuff,
but
I'd
I
like to keep
wanted
up
I
to.
wanted to see more of the gameplay. I wanted to hear people talk about like how it's because what they showed at E3 and what they're actually like showing now and talking about now is like 2 different games. It feels like.
Yeah, E3 was such like a safe, like they were almost scared
Sure.
to reveal their game
Yeah.
kind of reveal.
Yeah, I think EA just wanted to play it like super safe to the point where it's like it was kind of mediocre.
Yeah, they almost like undersold their
Who-
game.
Yeah.
What platform is it being released on? Any idea?
All of them except the Switch.
Yeah, so PC, Xbox,
Oh,
PlayStation.
no, I mean like for PC platform.
Oh,
What do you think?
yeah, it's EA.
It's so Origin.
Yeah.
I
And
hope,
I think Stadia.
Nick. You know what I hope?
Yeah.
I hope there's mods that come out for the game that when you cut your lightsaber through someone, they actually get chopped in half.
Okay, I would like to say one thing.
What's up?
Does that actually bother you?
I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I would prefer it.
Because when that
Okay.
first came out, there was like outcry. And
No, I don't care that
Welcome-
much.
welcome-
Minority
welcome to the
outcry.
internet where everyone freaks out
I-
about everything.
I
but
prefer
I
it.
was like, I never once was like, that's weird because like the movies, none of them show that. Like aside from Darth
Yes,
Maul and
okay.
yeah.
yeah.
There's
Who was the guy-
Episode 4 it has it. Darth Maul has it.
What happens in
Anakin
episode 4?
A New Hope in the cantina. His
Oh,
arm chopped off.
Yeah, that's right. You have
and-
the Wampa in 5.
but that's an animal.
Yeah.
So they're really kind of like in the preview showed robots like losing their arms and stuff like that. Even like animals like lose their arm. But like when it comes to humanoids, they don't do that stuff because then that becomes
Sure.
an M-rated game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm down.
So
for
it's
that,
never
so.
really and I'm not saying like I'm against it, but like I didn't look at it and go, "Oh, this looks
It's
like
not-
shit" because
No.
there's burn marks. I was
Even-
like,
Even
This
in
is
the
Star Wars.
movies,
I
it's
hoped.
not prominent. Even in the games,
Sure.
it's not prominent at
Sure.
all.
Well-
Very few of the games have actually done dismemberment.
I'm
yeah.
a avid consumer of the Expanded Universe books, so I can't get the image out of my head of
I
don't know.
guess. But I mean
But
like
nothing wrong with it. Doesn't bother me
Yeah.
too much. I'm just ready for the mods that come out that will do it.
fair.
It's
Fair enough.
I don't really care. Like the game is. I just want it.
Yeah, it looks
give
so
me,
good.
Yeah.
give me.
I can
Um,
never not like Star Wars.
No, it's too good.
I'm
That new trailer.
Is
I
it
gotta watch
perfect?
again.
No, but it's too
No.
good. Yes,
gonna-
that new
it's too good.
trailer.
I gotta watch it again. I already secured my tickets.
I feel like they
IMAX.
showed so much. I feel like I maybe shouldn't have watched that
They
trailer.
showed enough to keep it a little bit.
I'm not gonna
information.
watch it again because
I gotta watch it
I-
again.
I'm gonna watch
wanna
it like 10
forget.
more times.
I want to forget.
I'm going with my brother opening week. We haven't picked our day yet. We probably should soon because I'm sure
That's
take
You guys suck.
I'm going to
None of you
21st
guys invited me.
I'm going with my
It
family.
is tradition that my brother and I see Star Wars. We have been doing this since
Fair.
episode 7 came
It's
out.
okay.
Go to Vaughn.
But we usually go to what's the one downtown?
Scotiabank or
Yes.
Youngest.
On Young, yeah.
Is it on Young?
Scotiabank's on Richmond Street.
Yes, that's like a little bit west of Young, right?
It's more than a little bit. It's west of University.
Yes. Okay, that's the one we go to. Because
West of
they have
University.
IMAX
That's
there.
far west end.
It's on like it's on the west side of the U, right?
It's on. It's there's Young University. I think it's like John and then
Yeah.
Richmond is a
Bathurst? No.
John. No, it's on Richmond and Adelaide. Yeah, I think it's Richmond
Okay.
Adelaide.
I'm so good with streets in Scarborough,
Well, yeah, you
but
live
with
here.
downtown, I'm always just coming out of the subway and it's just buildings everywhere.
I
So I don't
know-
know where the fuck I'm
Yeah,
I
'cause
know.
you live here, you don't
I
live
know
here.
most of the streets downtown. It's like the going north to south. I can tell them pretty easily. Like, but like east
Yeah,
to
Yeah,
west.
east to west. I no.
I'm not
I
that
just come
great.
from
There's
the
so many,
underground.
that's why.
I just emerge and go buildings.
But I can get
Google
myself.
Maps. Where do I go?
Yeah.
But I can move myself around downtown Toronto pretty
Yeah, it's-
easily.
it's
I've
not-
been there enough.
I can Google Maps.
Not too hard.
When I went to go hang out with people from Wonderland, like we wanted to go to the aquarium and CN Tower. We met at Union Station. Like, now where do we go? We have no idea where we're going. I'm like,
The fuck?
really? Follow me, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, if they've never been, you know, you can't blame
It's
them.
like you've never really gone this far. All right, fine.
Downtown's a confusing place. But yeah, as long as I go in IMAX, and I've done it since Force Awakens. I did it for Rogue.
Okay.
With Rogue
Okay.
One. I did it
I'm-
for
hey,
Last Jedi. I
I'm
did
just
it for
jealous, okay? That's
Solo.
all it is, that I don't have someone like that. That's all
Fair.
it is.
I'll go
like
see
you.
it twice, but my first
I-
time's always with my brother.
I'm seeing it with my family first time.
I guess, you know what? I guess I would just watch it first time by myself and make that a tradition.
Post in the group. I'm sure plenty of people on our Discord will want to go.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't
Plenty
know.
of the guys will be
Who,
down. for it.
who am I going to really realistically want to see it with is the question.
Well, that's up to you. But I
Yeah.
mean, if you want somebody to go with, I'm sure somebody will be like, "Yo, I'm down."
Who is a huge Star Wars fan that is not you two?
Huge.
Yeah.
Mark Holton.
Mark would probably be.
Oh,
pretty
yeah?
big. But I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of people would still just want to see it. Like, you don't have to be a
Yeah.
huge Star Wars fan to
Yeah,
want to go
yeah,
see Star
true,
Wars.
True.
But I'll go with you if like a second time.
I'll probably see it a second time too.
Fair.
Anyways, Nick, you mentioned a service that this game might come to
Oh yeah.
called
Cool.
Stadia.
So
We
I
got
think
some
we
more
talked
news.
about Google Stadia coming out November 19th. Like that's the launch date.
So excited. It's going to be
this
it's going to be
year.
ready. It's going to be on point.
Funny story. The Founder Editions that's supposed to come out won't be there for launch day.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah. So Google, they recently came out with a Premier Edition, which is the second way to buy it. So the Founders Edition gave you 3 months of service, the controller, the Chromecast, the works, and it gave you like a founder's name and a founder's badge. And if you got that, you got like the dark blue controller, and you were the first person to play the game. So they filled all those orders, they sold out, and now either yesterday or a couple days ago they came out
Yesterday, I
with
think.
they came out with the Premier Edition, which literally is the exact same thing as the Founders Edition, except you don't get the founder's name, the badge, and your controller is white, just the standard white one that they showed off at the
Yep.
reveal
Yep.
instead of the founder's blue color. But you also get 3 months of the service and you get to play. The thing is, they said that starting on the 19th when the service goes live, that is the first day people will start receiving their Founders Edition, and they are being shipped out in order of the orders placed. Thing is, some people might not
Gee.
be getting their stuff if they're lower in the priority
Yep.
or if they're further away from the distribution center, whatever. They may not be getting their Founders Edition right away. They said it could take up to a week or so from that date
Yeah.
before people get theirs. You argue, okay, well, they have to ship it out. It sucks. But to me, if this is a service, especially where it's server side, you should have just sent this stuff out because they couldn't play without you turning the servers on
Mhm.
anyways. You should have sent this stuff out before the date, and then everyone has their stuff ready to go. On November 19th, you flip the switch, Stadia launches, everyone can play. That's how I would, especially when you have this thing that's called a Founders Program where these people have given you the money before your service has gone live and they've proved that they're, they trust in you and they trust in this product. It feels kind of weird that some people may not be able
Yeah,
to
I
play.
agree. I agree.
A week's not the worst.
No.
But
I
if I
think it
had
might be
dropped
more than a week.
170 on this, I would feel pretty
Yeah.
pissed if day one I'm watching people play and I'm not. And then they said for Premier Edition people, almost none of them would be having theirs day one.
Yep.
They'll probably be in the first couple weeks. That's a little more acceptable because
Sure.
it's
You're
not
not
the Founders.
buying the Founders Edition. You're
Yeah,
not buying
you're
it.
still pre-ordering, so it's like that sucks, but it's not the Founders thing. But yeah, it's a little weird.
I am definitely going to try it out.
Stadia?
Yeah.
I will try it out.
Wait, you
if
have
one
to
of
buy
you-
games too,
Yeah,
don't
unless
you?
you're on
Yeah.
the subscription service, you have to buy the game.
How much is the subscription service again?
I don't know.
Okay, I might try a subscription service, is what I'm saying.
No. You have to pay the subscription service to buy the games.
Oh.
No, you're pretty sure you can buy the games without having this service.
No. The subscription service is to use the servers.
Well, then maybe
You pay- so the Founders Edition comes with 3 months of subscription
True.
to use the servers.
No, there's two different types of subscriptions, aren't there?
I feel like you're right.
I don't think you can play unless they like. I don't think they bundled any games where they're free. I'm like 90% sure you have to
Okay.
pay
But that also feels right too, so I don't know.
because you're paying to use their hardware,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is what the subscription fee covers,
Sure,
and then
sure.
you buy the game, right? Because
Buy the game.
yeah, that's the scary thing. They turn the servers off. What happens,
Yep.
right? Yeah. So that's kind of unfortunate for anyone who's
So
founders.
Stadia Base is coming next year, which is the free one. Resolution of the 1080p, frame rate of 60 FPS, sound stereo, buy games whenever you want, yes. Access to free games, release regularly, no. And then there's the Pro Edition, which is resolution up to 4K, 60 FPS, 5.1 surround sound, buy games whenever you want, and you get the free games. You can
Oh, there's
buy.
like
There's
games
gonna be
with
the base, which you
gold or
can buy
something?
games without having a subscription, but it's coming next year.
Okay, so it's not out yet.
Okay.
I knew there was a free version of it.
But I think those games that they give for free it's not like that you get every game for free. It's just like games with gold. You get like 2 free games
They'll
a month or
probably
something.
be like indie games and
that would suck.
they're not going to be. They may throw in like one really big game to be like, hey, look at this free
Yeah.
game we're giving away, but it's not going to be like AAA titles or not new ones at least.
Sure.
Maybe they'll throw in like they showed off Odyssey. Maybe they'll throw in
Yeah.
Origins or something like
Yeah.
that. But don't expect to be getting like
No Cyberpunk.
Red Dead or something like that free. They're
Mhm.
gonna make you pay for that.
Yep.
No Cyberpunk, no way. But yeah, so that's that.
Also, U.S. only, but Xbox is going through their big beta test for their Xbox
Yeah.
streaming service,
Cloud.
Yep.
xCloud.
Project X
whatever
Cloud.
they're calling it now. But I read some like preview articles, and they're saying like it's a passable mobile Xbox console experience.
What does that mean by passable?
Like it's
Any idea?
like it's a passable experience. Like
Sure.
it's fun.
Well-
It's good enough to be like fun
Hopefully it
and not like
gets good
shitty.
and not be just passable.
We'll
well.
see what happens when
well,
it comes to
yeah.
Canada. It's all beta. So,
Yeah.
all right. That's where we get into the juicy deets of the week.
So NA sucks at League of Legends.
We're doing Worlds first.
Sure.
Okay. Just want to note.
Yeah.
I'm wearing C9 jersey.
Uh-huh.
I'm not wear. I'm a C9 fan, so I'm wearing it. I'm not wearing it because they won, because they did not. They lost. But this is all part of my league get up because we're celebrating the 10-year anniversary.
We are.
I got this jersey for the league team.
Yeah.
But yeah, NA did not fare too well this
What?
year, just like the last time in Europe.
5-13.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it. NA is a for fun region. Hey, okay. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I might not show it on the surface, but I'm a pretty diehard NA fan. You might not believe me when I say that.
I don't.
Fair enough.
Because every day you feel the need to write a paragraph about how NA sucks.
That's how much I care.
No, it's not. I think you're just being a
So
fucking troll.
we should just accept that North American League of Legends will always just be inters
See,
and
I don't understand where you get. Okay, MSI finalists literally half a year ago. C9
we fluked
World
that.
Semi. Okay, they lost to G2.
Yeah, no, we fluked getting to the finals. Is what I'm saying.
They beat SKT.
Who are playing terribly, who are not playing greatly.
Okay, so then every win they get is an excuse, and every loss is
Yeah,
because they're shit.
because-
I don't buy
because-
that. That's such a bad way to look at it.
No, but like I have a standard of good league gameplay, and if you're just beating people by who are just like, it's like beating like, if you're like the Leafs and you're beating like a Division A team and you pat yourself on the back. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
Okay,
Doesn't
so
mean
then
anything.
if NA's so shit, then none of these teams are good. Because okay, congratulations, you beat shit. So then these teams shouldn't be rewarded for being good either.
Yeah, no. I
Everyone
agree.
just sucks at league then.
Aside from a few teams, yes.
Okay.
Very much.
Okay.
We done? Good? We good? Got all your systems?
No,
I'm just saying.
yeah.
You always go
I'm
NA.
not arguing
NA
right
never
now.
shows up at Worlds. NA never shows up at Worlds. Literally semifinals last year, and you're like, oh, okay. Well, besides that, and it's like NA never shows up at international tournaments. MSI
honestly,
finals.
I don't
well,
think-
besides that,
I don't say besides that. I say those don't count really because they're nothing to be impressed about. Nothing to be like we beat weak teams to get there.
NA is a weak
NA has
region.
NA has never played top tier League of Legends, and that's a fact.
Sure, I will say that they're not a like top region right now. They
Yeah.
are one of the weaker regions.
Sure.
100%. They have never been considered a top region. 100%. But the fact that I have to listen to you just shit on them every day is
That's-
exhausting.
Sure,
I
okay,
mean,
that's
but
fair.
you choose to listen to him.
Yeah,
I
just
wake
move
up.
on.
I
Just
wake
move on and
up
scroll past
and
it,
I
just
want
move
to see
on.
what's going on in Discord, and it's just this guy writing an essay
Oh,
about
I
how NA sucks at
just-
3 in the morning.
I just ignore it. now.
Yeah, that's a smart
I
man.
just fucking like, oh,
I need to-
Shamik's typing. I'll ignore it.
I need to vent somewhere.
Whenever I see him typing,
Make your own
I'm
server
like,
with
I'll
nobody in
ignore
it.
Yeah, but then it doesn't feel as good,
See, so you want us to read it and get tilted.
No, I need to put it out into the public, basically. If I had a blog,
public
I would,
doesn't want it,
I'm
Shamik.
gonna-
I would. I should
public
make a
doesn't
blog.
want
I should make a blog and just blog it.
You should.
That's fair.
I'll make
I'll
sure I
do
don't
that.
follow you.
But yeah. So, anyways,
NA sucks this year.
Splice or not Splice. Clutch Gaming, Cloud9, and TL.
All failed.
All failed to get out of the group stage,
I made $20 off it.
make it into the knockout
You did.
stage, which is unfortunate. I'm super sad about that.
CG got rolled over. I
Yep.
mean, they also had a super tough group.
I-
but they didn't really look competitive, and they only looked competitive.
I don't
in, like, one of their
understand
games.
how that happens because I think CG is an okay team, but they just got destroyed, and I don't get it. It
Let's-
bothers me.
Let's like make up some like theory second, like go back in time a little bit.
Sure.
If TSM had beat Clutch Gaming and moved on to Worlds, do you think they would have done better
No.
or worse?
No.
Or about the same?
I don't like that whole excuse where people go TSM should have been there.
I-
If TSM
I'm
should have
not-
been, no, I'm not
I'm
saying
not saying
you
they
are,
should have been there,
but I'm
but-
saying if
No.
TSM should have been there, they would have won the
Yeah,
best of 5 in
exactly.
the gauntlet.
But I'm saying if they did win it, do you think they would have done better or worse about the same as CG?
Probably about the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably about the same.
Because you think about Clutch beat them in a best of 5 in the 5th game.
Yep.
So they were evenly matched in a best of 5. So I would have expected TSM to have a similar result. The only thing I would say is that TSM's strength was in the mid lane. I think Bjergsen's a better
There's
player
a-
than Demonte.
Yeah.
But TSM Broken Blade has been struggling all year on TSM. This
Yeah.
like new top laner that was supposed
He's
to
very
be amazing.
up and down.
Yeah, he has looked mediocre at best all
He's had like
both
a few
splits.
pop off games.
I think the
One.
jungle situation didn't help him out very
Yeah,
much, but
And then the jungle situation
Yeah.
isn't that great. So I think TSM would have like there's a lot of good top laners at World. I think TSM still would have got run over.
I
just
agree.
like Clutch did.
I think
I agree.
Especially in that
TSM
group.
In that
Con-
group.
Khan would have destroyed top
Yep.
lane. Bwipo destroyed top lane. And then I guess you could argue RNG maybe the top lane would have been a little more even, but
I think TSM would have won one game.
Sure.
maybe. I mean
Sure.
Clutch came really close to winning too. One or two
Sure.
other
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
But yeah, they got rolled. C9 pretty much got rolled. They only beat the LMS 3rd seed twice, and they lost all 4 games to Griffin and G2. You can argue again they're in a tough group, but that's no excuse. You're at Worlds,
Mhm.
and every group. I
Is
mean,
tough.
B wasn't really tough, but like it's Worlds. These are the best teams.
Yep.
You got to advance. You got to beat good competition, and they just unfortunately failed to do that.
Weren't good enough.
I was really believing that they were going to come in on the week 2 and make a statement. And
Yeah.
Griffin, I will say, looked disgusting in week 2. Like they rolled over
Yeah.
C9, and then everyone was like, "Oh, C9's trash," and then they rolled over G2, and everyone's like, "Okay, Griffin's just insane right now."
Summer Griffin showed up in week 1.
I don't-
Spring Griffin showed up in week 2. Was
Yeah.
like
I don't buy the. Sorry, continue.
that was like that's what I kept saying to you guys. Like if it depends on which Griffin shows up, is how games will go.
Yeah,
If Summer Griffin shows up, they're losing. If Spring Griffin shows up, they are fucking destroying.
yeah. Spring Griffin was there week 2 because they rolled over C9 and G2.
I don't. Here's a question: do you guys think that G2 is one of the best teams in the world? Because I don't. Not even
No,
close.
I don't think that they're bad, but everyone coming in saying that they're favorites. And again, I mean, my opinion's not really validated because I didn't watch any other region other than
Sure.
NA. But like, I'm
I-
not gonna believe it until I see them win a best of 5 against like
I-
Griffin or SKT.
I wouldn't. Well, they did win a best 5 against SKT, MSI.
No.
No, they played IG.
Yeah.
No, TL played IG.
Wait. Yeah. Right.
Oh, did I
Yeah,
get them
yeah,
mixed up?
You did.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
I
right.
saw, and I agreed with you.
TL beat IG because
3-0.
IG was
Yeah.
okay. Fair. That's right. They did beat SKT.
So they have that was
That's
yes,
fair.
that was a few months ago.
No,
But-
that's fair. I would consider them like probably a top.
They're
4
a
or 5
top
team at
5
Worlds.
team.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with
at
that.
Worlds. They're after week 2. It's like SKT, freaking Damwon, and then Griffin. Or you probably interchange Griffin and Damwon. Then you put like G2 3rd or 4th, and then like maybe who's the other team? IG 5th.
I actually might even put G2 over Damwon.
It's very hard to find exploitable weaknesses, like in these top teams in this meta.
The reason why G2 is so good because like they had the ability to flex any role they want,
Yeah.
and
that's
their
a big part
back
of it.
movements are better than yours.
and there's no pause in their tempo.
That's huge.
They just go.
I was trying
and
to
it's-
verbalize
It's
that. You
almost
just got
like
that.
an LPL style but a little more calculated.
Yeah.
Because LPL kind of turns Fiesta sometimes with their aggression.
Mm.
But G2, if they get a lead, they just keep going all over the map and just keep putting the pressure. They never let you like breathe.
Can I make an analogy?
Sure. So
LPL, I want to say, is like a stream of water, like a jet of water, like a rushing river, just slamming into a wall again and again, right? However, I feel like G2 is that same jet of water, but once they hit that wall, they find another way around it. They like their tempo never comes to a halt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't stop against the wall until they
LPL
break.
is a fire hose. G2 is power washer. Fire hose is a little more widespread. Power washer is more precise.
Yeah, sure.
But they're still powerful spreads of forces of water.
The thing with G2 is that if their tempo gets slowed, or if they just don't even ramp up, which Griffin didn't let them in week 2, they looked a little lost. They looked almost overwhelmed.
But they showed it even in week 1. They can play that slow, methodical style.
Yeah, but they always still had the lead when they were. I feel like if
I mean, it's hard to play league from behind.
It's true, but I feel like if you G2, if you play the up tempo early game and just keep the tempo against them, I think you can beat them. You have to basically beat them at their own game, is the way I see it. And I think that's what Griffin did in week 2.
I think the best in 5, the games will be totally different. Because,
for sure.
Like, each game can be like, okay, this is how we're going to do it this time. And, like, this is what we'll ban out this time. So, it really, the best of ones is probably probably the best way to ever do a round robins, because like anything else,
there's just not enough time.
It takes too long.
Yeah,
it takes way too long.
I agree.
It's really, so you have to show up on those days. Like, so these best of 5s are really going to show who's the better.
This is where the best league comes in, because there's so much adaptation. There's so much like predictability.
Do you guys want to go run them through them quickly? So it's FPX versus Fnatic. It's SKT versus Splice. It's Griffin IG, and it's
G2 Damwon.
G2 Damwon.
Yeah.
I think I had a tough time picking between IG and Griffin.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna win that.
It all depends on which team actually shows up. If it's spring Griffin, I think Griffin will win. If it's summer Griffin, IG's winning. If 2019 IG shows up, I mean, they're gonna have some struggles, but they might pull off. If 2018 IG shows up, they're fucking just destroying. So it just depends. If both like super teams show up, then like it's gonna be a fucking fun series. But I just don't know. That one's more up in the air for me than the other ones. Like, I think, I'm sorry, Splice. I love you guys. You're my favorite, like one of my favorite EU teams for the longest time.
Splice is doomed.
If you somehow pull off being SKT, I will buy your jersey.
They don't take a game.
I agree.
I think G2 will beat Damwon, but I think it might go like 4 or 5 games. Because I just
also hard to tell. Who knows?
I actually have Damwon over G2.
Fair.
And I think it's because Caps has looked pretty weak.
I feel like mid laners in general have just been like, at this tournament.
Other than Faker.
Rookie week.
I want to say besides Rookie.
Rookie week 2 was pretty nasty.
I would agree more with Rookie than Faker even.
Yeah. No mid laners have like stood out to me.
My favorite thing to watch is teams who don't make macro mistakes. Because when you don't make macro mistakes, the games come down to micro mechanics and fights.
Yeah.
And I love seeing that. So we're gonna have some great team fights.
So yeah, SKT Splice, we all think SKT.
Yeah.
Damwon, G2. I've got Damwon, you've got G2.
I haven't made my picks yet, to be honest. I gotta think about that a little bit.
Griffin IG. I have Griffin.
Sure.
I think I said
I want to agree with that. I feel like
I think it'll be a close series, and I think that the Shy will be a huge difference maker in that series.
The Shy will destroy Sword
for IG, but Jackie Love has looked bad.
Mm-hmm.
He's looked decent on his best game and bad.
Who's the best AD carry at this tournament?
Perks.
Perks? I think Teddy's the best.
I would put Perks is probably the best bot laner out of the teams left.
I would. What about you, Brad?
Just based on group stage, what are you saying?
I mean, like, and I always still got
honestly
Teddy or who's Griffin's Nuclear?
No, that's Damwon.
No, that's Damwon. Who's Griffin's?
I don't remember.
I don't know actually. Forget. Griffin's AD carry though.
Or Teddy.
Sure.
Perks is good, but I don't think he
ever hard carries.
Yeah, I didn't see and maybe that's just because G2's so good that he never needed to.
Yeah.
But I never saw like games where I was like, holy fuck, he's popping off.
I think G2's biggest strength is their jungle. I think Broxah is like actually insane.
That's Fnatic's.
Sorry,
G2's is Jankos.
Wonder.
Yankos.
Wonders the top.
Yankos, that's what I meant.
is
It's actually insane.
One of those European.
One of those
dudes.
guys.
So yeah, I got Griffin and Griffin versus IG.
I think I said Griffin.
I know you haven't made picks, but do you want to just
Griffin. I think-
Yours and mine are almost identical except for
yeah, the damn one
the
G2 is the only
stuff.
series. And then the next one, FPX, which is China's number 1 seed
Yeah.
versus Fnatic, and I actually took Fnatic in this one.
I don't know. FPX really struggled.
I feel
They
like
struggled in a group that was supposed to be easy.
I feel like Fnatic is showing signs of life, especially after that week 2. They're showing
Yeah.
that they're willing to like just win. So
Fnatic had a really good week 2 run, and FPX struggled against teams like Splice,
Yeah.
and LMS's number 1 seed. And that's not to shit on that region, but that region, just like NA, has been weak and did not show up in group stage. So if a team like that is showing that much, unless they improve in a week, I think Fnatic runs that over.
no RNG here at this.
No.
tournament.
First time they've ever not made it to elimination.
As a Fnatic.
Fnatic stopped them. Uzi was
Before
so
this tournament
upset.
started, I said I think Reckless is better than Uzi, if not in some direct comparisons, but generally you guys all laughed at me, and look where we are. So you guys, I don't know.
think
I don't know.
laughed
I don't
at
know who
you.
laughed at me, but some people laughed at me. So fuck.
I
fuck the
still
haters.
still think Uzi's better than Reckless.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But it's a team game.
Yeah.
You win.
That's
and
what I meant.
lose.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. If you think about it, in the game that Fnatic beat RNG, Uzi was literally the only one who did damage on his team. Like top and mid got destroyed when Fnatic cleaned them out, and Uzi's just sitting there on Ezreal like.
I mean, he also got solo killed, or they won the 2v2. I feel like Fnatic did. They got
Maybe.
gank help a bunch.
But he was also on Ezreal against Zaya,
Sure. Yeah.
so you're not winning that.
Yeah.
But-
True.
But yeah, so yeah, 3 Koreans, 3 European, and 3 Chinese teams are in the eliminations, and that
It's gonna
starts
be good.
Saturday. It's gonna be a
good.
lot of fun.
I don't think I'll watch it. I might be watch the later game, but I don't think I'll
Hey.
watch the first game.
What are you doing on Saturday?
Watching Worlds.
When does it end?
That's at 8.
No, doesn't it start at 6?
I don't know, I start at 6.
I think the first game's at 6, so it
Goes
probably
to
goes
when?
to like 12. Like depends on how many games each series is, right?
Do you want to meet up?
I'd be
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
Are you gonna get up that early?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Oh,
To
sure.
meet up? Yeah. Yeah. I'm down.
I'll be awake already, be about work.
True. Just watch on the job.
I'm gonna try to watch on the job.
There you go. All right.
Hmm.
So, I don't think we have like super ton amount of time
Sure.
because Ethan does have work.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we
So,
will
for those
try
who
and
don't
cover
know,
this,
League of Legends and Riot Games have passed their 10th anniversary.
which is why
They're
I'm dressed up.
They're about to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Of the game being out. And in honor and in celebration of that, they're doing a whole 10-year anniversary event. There's lots of great things for in-game league and all this, but one of the biggest things that's come out of this is Riot Games can actually emphasize the S in games now because they're making multiple games.
Yeah. So they had this gigantic anniversary stream. So I've kind of divided it into like what they announced. So I'll start with like the first like less important stuff. So one of the cool things they have, and the reason that why we like Nick had said he'll say why later. He's been playing League. They added a thing called 10 days of gifting.
Mhm.
So every day at 4:00 you get a mission, or play a game, and you get a reward. And they've been giving away skin shards. They're giving away gemstones. They're giving away world's orbs. They're giving away
All kind of essences.
orange essence, which is used craft skin. So all this stuff that is like stuff you usually pay real money for in their shop, and they're giving away a shit ton of it.
Yeah.
So they're giving away like, I would say anywhere from like $20 to like $70 worth of like
Yeah, you're
RP
getting
more than that,
purchases,
maybe, I
maybe
wanna
even
say.
more. You're getting
Yeah.
gems, like it's crazy.
one of the days. The first day you got like what, the icon. Second day you got like a champion, or was it the blue essence?
Second day was blue essence.
You
Then
got enough blue
the-
essence to bind you champion.
Yeah. Then you got a masterwork chest and key,
yeah.
which automatically gives you a 975 RP skin or higher.
Mhm.
Then you got
6,300 orange essence.
the little legends orb.
Right.
Then you got orange essence, and you got 4 skin shards. Then today we're gonna get a prestige.
Prestige cards.
so,
I don't know what those are,
tokens.
but I'm looking forward to those.
You
too.
use them to get the prestige skins.
Sure.
Need
They don't give you
100.
enough for the skin,
Okay.
but they give you some.
25. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're giving away gemstones. They're
Gemstones.
giving away a world's orb, which gives you skins and a chance at the
Getting
jackpot.
2 gemstones.
Yeah, you get 2
Yes.
gemstones. They're giving away a
And-
legendary skin, which is
Yeah.
worth like $15. And then they're giving away. They made a special skin for the anniversary. There's a champion called Annie, and it's called the Anniversary skin.
It's great.
And her
It
alt,
actually is great.
Ethan's nodding because that's the one champion he played when he played League. Her ultimate, so Annie is she's a girl who has fire powers, and she has a teddy bear that she can basically animate into this gigantic bear that just has fire around him and just smacks the shit
Yeah.
out of people. And in this skin, her bear is just a jacked up freaking Teemo.
It's hilarious.
I hate Teemo,
Dude,
but this
it's
skin
awesome.
is freaking hilarious
It's
because
so
you basically
good.
just summon this gigantic muscular Teemo who's got brass knuckles that are shrooms on them, and he just runs in just punching shit.
We had to take turns playing that
Yeah.
champion. That's great.
I'm so pumped for it, and everyone gets this skin too to end off the event. So they've started doing that, which is great. They're bringing Earth mode back, which is
Yeah.
their ultra rapid fire game mode.
You can
which is
pick
basically,
which champ you want.
Yeah, so you basically have a champion, all your spells and cooldown and damage, everything's just like insane. It's just a ridiculous game. And for a while, when they first released it, they had it where you could pick champions, but then people were picking like strong stuff, so then they made it random, but random was so unbalanced because you could just get crap. So they're bringing back actual champ select for it, which
Mhm.
has been a while.
and bans.
What champions
And
are you guys looking
bans.
forward to play?
Ezreal,
Hmm.
Jace,
Ezreal,
Just E and Q all day.
Jax,
sure.
Zed.
Buddy.
Jax is busted.
Jax is.
You just
busted.
queue
Yeah.
over and over again.
He's always up.
Yeah, Zed's super strong.
Yeah, that is super strong.
Pike.
You know who's sleeper
Ooh.
OP, and I kind of don't want to say it,
Who?
but I'm gonna play it. Oriana. She's actually disgusting.
Yeah,
Syndra's disgusting too.
Sure. Yeah.
so many because it's
Yeah,
just a broken
yeah,
game
yeah.
mode. So I'm really excited for that.
Ooh, Akali would be fun.
They showed off some preseason changes.
Infinite energy. Yeah.
Yeah,
bud.
Akali will be pretty sick too. Oh,
Be fun,
God,
it's gonna be
Nick's getting
fun.
the evil laugh going. Yeah, so then they showed off some preseason changes, what they want to do with the game. They showed off elemental drakes affecting the map.
Yep. That's coming soon. Next
which-
patch, by the way.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, the one after the one we got today,
at 9:22.
Yeah,
So that's
which
the one.
looked really cool.
Yep.
I
still
I
iffy.
posted a video that shows like all of the changes
Mhm.
today. It's about 6 minutes. Looks really cool. I'm definitely with Nick. I'm like, let's see how this affects the
I'm
game,
just-
but I'm
Yep.
open to trying
Yep.
this.
The game has to change, right? Like they have
Um,
to do something.
Elder
Yeah.
Drake has execution now,
Yeah.
That's I don't know about that.
Yeah, me
which-
neither,
Which
but
looks insane.
We'll see what happens.
Like
Um,
okay,
And they're changing top and bot lane, adding that little
yeah.
terrain
Little
divot
nook.
Yeah.
to make it a little different. Yeah. On top of that, they also released a League of Legends documentary kind of
Have yet to see it.
video on Netflix called Origins. I watched it. It's just shy of an hour and a half, and it's basically about how how Riot Games formed, how the game grew, how they transferred to Europe and then to Korea and then worldwide. It goes over worlds tournaments. They talk to some content creators who have made careers through the
sure.
game. They go through the ups and downs because it wasn't always just they didn't just release League and it was amazing. They've had a lot of
Mhm.
ups and downs. It's really cool and it's really insightful. And as a League fan, I love to watch that. They also talked about a book that Nick and I have already pre-ordered called Realms of Runeterra, which
The
is
artwork?
the lore book.
Lore book.
And I'm sure it's got artwork
Yeah.
and stuff. It's just like a whole bunch of stuff about.
How much did you get it
Runeterra.
for?
I think it's like 25, 30
fuck
bucks.
if I remember.
That's it.
Yeah, and
On this-
hardcover too.
I want it.
I love lore books. Got the Destiny 2 lore book number 2 that came in the other day.
The
Oof.
Grimoire.
The
The
Grimoire, yeah.
So yeah, it's basically just like the League's Grimoire kind of thing,
Yeah.
but with maybe a bit more visual. Although there was decent amount of visual in the Destiny
This
one
one's
as
got a
well.
little more in it. I just kind
Yeah.
of punched like skimmed through it and like there's a little more because I carried bios too. But anyways, back to
That's
the league.
sick. They're starting a new non-for-profit charity called the Riot Games Social Impact Fund,
Mhm.
and they're going to be releasing skins where 100% of proceeds go towards this charity. The first one being a Dawnbringer Karma skin. So that'll be coming out probably next year, which is pretty cool. The other leak that we heard about, other than the card game last week, was an animated series that is coming out. They showed a little tease of it. It's called Arcane, and it's coming out in 2020.
Looks really good.
I'm
The-
excited
The
for
rumor is that it's a Vi and Jinx origin story.
I think it
that.
looks
Sign
like
me
it.
up if it is.
I mean, I saw a person with a girl with purple hair, red hair, and blue hair. Jinx and Vi. I don't know.
I know, and then Jinx was teased at the very end of that trailer. So
Fair enough. Yeah.
wait till it comes out.
I'm super excited about that. They also had like a 4-minute character reveal for Senna,
Right.
which was so sick.
The
Yeah.
CG
So,
graphic thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Senna is
The new champion.
the new champion and the wife of Lucian.
Mhm.
And there was a whole lore between Lucian and Thresh and how they were hunting him, and Thresh ended up capturing Senna and has held her captive in his lantern where he collects souls. And Lucian is basically, from what I guess, trying to free her. The whole cinematic was just, oh my god, it was
cool.
so well done. And the little bit of information we got was that Senna is going to be a marksman support.
Nice.
So this is the first actual marksman support that's made. We've seen MF support, but MF wasn't made as a support. People adopted that.
And like Ashe is a utility AD carry, but not a support. She's got
Yeah.
utility, but
But in the cinematic, it actually showed Senna shoot her gun at Lucian, and then a barrier came up in front of him and blocked Thresh's hook, which makes me think there's like a CC wall or a damage wall that she can shoot ahead of her champions to shield them,
CC shield makes me think.
which
So.
sounds pretty cool. So I'm super pumped for that. Plus, Lucian's like one of my favorites. So if you're adding more characters that are surrounding his lore, sign me up.
I will definitely buy Senna on release, but probably won't play her because I know y'all want to fucking play.
Or
that.
she'll be perma-banned because that's how League of Legends works. New character comes out. Oh, let's just
I don't
ban her
understand
every
that.
game.
Why?
Because
Don't you wanna try it
people
out
are
and see-
afraid of what
It can do.
Afraid of what? Just,
afraid of the unknown.
Yeah.
Humans don't like change.
so they're
Dominic.
also coming out with music. New music.
Yes.
We've got
So no,
True Damage.
well, that's just the rumor right now.
Sure. But we also heard like they were doing a studio walkthrough.
Yeah.
And we heard a bunch of different
The
songs. and
rumor is
stuff.
that there's gonna be more KDA, more
Sign me
Pentakill.
up. Sign me up. All their
and
music
then
is so
there's
good.
gonna be
It
a
is, it
new
is.
group called True Damage, which is like it's Akali again, but there's some lore behind to it. But I'll
Sure,
explain
sure,
later.
sure.
I think Yasuo,
Echo, I think.
Senna, Echo, and Kiana was it? I have to
Yeah.
look about that photo.
Yeah.
But people were complaining that Akali's getting another musical skin. And I'm like, well, Akali's a popular champion. They make skins of popular
Bro, I
champions.
don't
'Cause they
care.
want to make
Yeah.
money. So
More
it
league
is a fun.
content, give it to me.
But there's
Right.
lore
Inject
behind
it to my veins.
Akali on KDA is that before Akali was on KDA, she was a street rapper. So the assumption is
Sure.
that before she's on KDA, she was on True Damage.
Okay.
There's even lore to the music.
Looking forward to it.
But yeah, we can all speak. Like Riot's music department has made
Deathfire
so
Grasp
many
With
good
It's
the
a-
songs.
Dragon Force
They have
dude.
2 full metal albums,
Yeah.
which are amazing by Pentakill.
Yeah.
They've done a bunch of Fantastic World songs collaborating with different artists. Just songs for like Awaken and stuff, which just
Rise.
came out randomly.
Phoenix.
Yeah, like just
So good.
there's just so much
Yeah.
that they've done well. KDA was a hit.
Pop stars.
They even made a skin around music with
They have a
DJ
bunch of-
Sona,
Yeah.
where they had 3 different. They had a bunch of different like
Yeah.
EDM artists making these different beats. So
yeah.
it's great.
Riot Music like knocks out of the park like consistently.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
In case anyone can't tell, I am like super excited. Like this stream,
Yeah.
I was like fangirling the
I
whole
couldn't.
stream.
You haven't
I
even
couldn't
talked about
tell
some of the greatest
by
stuff yet,
Hat
so-
and the jersey.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
Okay. Sorry, what'd you say?
So you haven't even talked about some of the greatest stuff yet.
I know.
We're leading up
that's
to
what,
it.
that's what I'm
Fair,
saying.
okay,
It's the
okay,
build-up.
okay.
So as Shamik said, there's this company that makes League called Riot Games. But why are they called Riot Games? They only make one game.
Well, technically, they have like that Blitzcrank mobile game.
Oh, Poro Roundup?
Yeah.
That's true.
I
That game
played-
was actually pretty
It
fun.
was. It was.
But they put the S in games in this
Yes.
in
Very much
this video. So okay.
They've got a bunch of untitled projects.
Yeah, so here, I'm going to start. I just wrote them down. I'll just go in
Go
the
for
order. So the first one they showed off is called Wild Rift,
Yes.
which is basically their take on standard League Summoner's Rift, but for consoles and for mobile. It's similar, but not the exact same game.
Mhm.
They said games are going to be shorter, so I think they said like 15, 20
Sure.
minutes
Yep,
for the
yep, yep.
game times. And they've completely redesigned the controls to work with analog sticks.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing on mobile, you'll also have like sticks on your
Yep.
screen to
Yep.
use the
Or on your
controls.
console if you're.
Yeah, so to aim your shots and stuff, they showed like the joysticks aiming and then the skill shots.
I think skill shots are auto aimed.
I think so.
Because that's usually how mobile MOBAs work.
Yeah.
Like they have like some like ultimates are usually aimed and stuff like that. And there's
Yeah.
also like manual settings for if you want to do aim, you can turn that auto aim setting off.
Okay.
But
It
by
might-
default,
yeah,
it's
it
auto
might
aim.
be
so.
pretty hard to master.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
Looks interesting. Looks cool. I'm definitely gonna try it out. Tencent recently stopped support for Arena Valor in North America, I believe, or even around the world globally, which was their mobile MOBA competition. There's like a whole bunch of popular mobile MOBAs out there.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see League of Legends come into this thing and see what it's like. Probably not gonna play it too much, but
Especially because we have actual
yeah.
Summoners Rift on the computer.
I don't know if I'll try.
I'll try it
the
out.
mobile version.
I think I'm gonna try it on console.
Yeah, sure.
So it just looks like a little bit of a dumbed down Summoners Rift, but they're just giving it to more people. So
Mhm.
I think it's cool, and the fact that they went into like actually changing controls and not just like trying to copy and paste because it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It shows that they're
Yeah,
they're
going
they're
from the-
putting investment into
Going
this.
from the ground up.
Is it still?
Yeah.
the best thing I liked about Wild Rift was the character redesigns and the art again, because
Jax looks really cool.
Azrael
They
looks
all
good.
look really
yes,
good.
Yeah.
yes, they do.
So they've done a lot of character redesigns and stuff like this. The only thing is it won't have all champs that are in the game.
Sure, that's
They
fair.
didn't state how many, but
Mm.
there will be less than the 140 that are right now in the game. And the beta will be coming out in 2020.
Yep.
So that was cool. The next game, the small one, pretty funny, is the LoL Esports Manager.
That's honestly, I'm so excited
I
for
knew
this.
he'd be excited for it.
I'm
fucking knew
so
it. I
excited for
fucking knew
this.
it.
Because I just
You
want
can
to.
finally build your own esports team and fail.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm so ready. I always had like played around with the notion of trying to get into coaching for League of
Yeah.
Legends,
So
and
you literally could do it this game. You
Yep.
can, and it's starting. It's coming out in 2020, and it's starting with LPL, which is China's
Yeah,
region,
yeah.
and then they'll be adding more regions as the game, as its lifetime
Yep, yep, yep.
expands. But you basically just pick and choose players, and you get to do like coaching. You get to do pick and
draft.
bans,
Oh my
get
god,
to do
I'm so ready.
draft,
I'm so
and
ready.
you get to like build this team and try and win the LPL.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely excited to try it out. Like that sounds pretty cool.
Hopefully it's good, and hopefully
Yeah.
it's good, because these games are all.
But we've
about
seen games on
execution.
Steam's like Fantasy Manager, like for football and stuff, and they've done super well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is League, trying it out with esports. I mean, they've had what was that thing that we used to be able to play during the LCS where you had like it was like the fantasy.
Yeah, it was fantasy draft.
Did they have a name for it though?
It was literally just, I think it was just
Was it
fantasy.
just LoL Fantasy
Yeah,
or
LoL
something like
Fantasy,
that? Yeah.
mhm.
But that was so much fun. I
That
actually
was,
wish
yeah.
they brought that back.
They're
But
I think they're gonna bring it back for 2020, but they're getting a third-party company come in and do it for them because they can't figure it out on their own.
Sure,
Fair.
sure.
but I think that did well. So I mean, something like this, pretty similar.
Mhm.
Then they showed the game that you talked about, Legends of Runeterra, which is the
Right.
card game. One thing I did want to add to it that you didn't touch on was how you earn cards in the game.
Sure, sure.
So when they had their whole reveal, they wanted to emphasize that money and like buying packs was not what they were about in this game. So there's no card packs. You don't buy packs and randomly get cards. The way it works in this game, free to play game, complete quests, you get XP, you use the XP that you get from those quests to unlock cards. You get to pick, like you said, any region you want, so you're not just like RNG. Oh, well, I want to play Demacia. Oh crap, I opened a pack and I got all
Mhm.
Ionian. Well, I guess I'll try next pack. You get to pick
So you
where
can
you
lock
want.
into a region, and as you earn XP, you unlock rewards
Yeah,
tailored to that
which
region.
I think is really good because the whole point of playing a card game is to play what you want to play,
Yep,
right?
yep.
They also have a thing called the weekly vault, which will have
It's so
chests
cool.
in it.
Yeah.
And the more you play that week, the higher the chests level up, and they'll give you rewards. And if you get high enough, you'll actually get like the ability to craft any card you want.
Mhm,
You
mhm.
get to craft a card. And then they also have currency, which you earn as scrap from dismantling, and money that you can like buy in the game. But you can literally buy any card, straight up.
Shards will let you unlock any card that you want.
Yeah, and if you buy real money, you go,
Yeah.
okay, I want $5, I'll buy like these 3 cards or whatever. Well, I don't know how many cards it is,
If-
but there's no loot boxes. That sounds pretty
Yeah.
good.
I will say, if progression is anything like what it was in the pre-alpha, excluding the free cards, the wild cards they give you, I would be okay with it, because it felt satisfying, and I felt like
you
I
felt like
earned.
you were leveling up enough.
I had like 2,000 shards in a couple of days of playing,
Yeah.
and you can make a bunch of cards with that. So
How do you feel about this way that they're monetizing the game?
I think it's better than packs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was better than Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Better than Magic the Gathering Arena.
And
So-
and like actual physical card games, you go to a store and they have singles on sale.
Yep.
You buy them, right? So this is letting you do that in an online storefront. And then the next 3 are ones that we didn't get too much information on.
Sure.
They're called Project A, Project L, and Project F. Do we want to talk about anyone in particular first?
Sure, let's just start off with Project A really quick.
Sure. So
Let's
it is
alphabetically
the
first.
character-based tactical FPS.
This is the one I'm most iffy on. I'm like, do we need more character-based FPS games?
Sure.
I just think they rarely work. I just don't like Siege and Overwatch are the only 2 good examples of them. Like,
Team Fortress 2, hello?
doesn't count.
Team Fortress 2 spawned the genre. What do you mean doesn't count?
Doesn't count.
All right, Nick.
All right, I don't include hack games into this.
Okay, Nick.
All right, TI2 does not count.
Okay.
If TI2 counted, it'd be a lot more prominent now, but it does not count.
It only dominated the multiplayer market for like years and years, but okay.
Okay, sure. Let's say hi to Call of Duty and Halo and StarCraft, maybe other games that do it better.
Okay, whatever. We get it. You don't like it. Move on.
Anyways, like I just think character-based games are so limited, and the balance for them are so awkward because like there are gonna be characters that are better than other characters, and you can't stop that.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Yeah.
I would rather prefer everyone stays the same on even playing field, and that's it.
And just balance the guns.
Balance the guns, and balance and
I like abilities though.
I just don't, because it gets too cluttered, the map with all that shit. It's way too, your
Sure.
screen gets too cluttered, your map gets too cluttered. Like, just
Sure.
keep it. If you're gonna make a skill-based FPS game,
Yeah.
it has to be you, your gun, and your aim. I just think adding characters and abilities adds way too much variance to it, way too much RNG.
It seemed like the abilities were mostly utility from what we saw.
Yeah, they only showed like a minute or two of
Yeah, I
gameplay.
know it's like they're showing something very, very, very early in development.
Yeah.
I don't like character-based shooters.
Sure.
Like when Call of Duty
That's
introduced
fair.
it, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Sure, that's fair.
Like, this is the dumbest thing you could
Oh,
have
with
done."
the what were they operators?
Operators, I
Yeah.
was like, I hated it. I did not like it at all. I just thought did not belong in Call of Duty game at all, and I'm so glad they're getting rid of it.
Also, this is a shooter,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Way off the genre that Riot is into.
and it's also the only project they showed that is not using League of Legends characters.
Yep, exactly. So, I'm gonna be willing to check this out only because they mentioned two things that I'm interested in. One, they mentioned they were gonna try to somehow combat Peeker's advantage,
Mm-hmm.
which means battling interpolation over the internet somehow. So I'm interested to see how they do that. They also mentioned they were gonna ban cheaters, which okay,
Yeah, and they said
it's a
like
plus.
from the ground up they're working on servers.
Yep.
And like tick rate, and they're working on
High tick rate servers, yeah, which is huge.
And they say that is extremely important. And they were showing how they were like they had like one guy using two different computers, and like he got banned because he was like testing. He was using a hack on
Mhm.
one, and like the anti cheat like picked it up.
Yep.
So they're wanting to make sure this is the most authentic and rewarding game, and you don't feel like you're being exposed by servers.
I like that
or
they're
anything like
even if
that.
the game itself isn't good because it's a hero based shooter. I like that they're thinking about things like that, the integrity of the game. Which I wish they would do more for League of Legends. But anyways, that's another.
And yeah, and it's interesting because it looks almost like Overwatch or TF2 meets Counter Strike.
Yeah.
Because the time to kill and everything, it's like one shot.
I would say Counter Strike. I mean, sorry, TF2 more because
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like they have their like ultimate abilities, but there might be. We don't know.
and you've got like the time to kill and everything is exactly like Counter Strike. Like
Mhm.
one shot usually is
Mhm.
going to take you out if it's a headshot. Maybe one or two body shots, like really quick, like peak kill. But then you've got these abilities and stuff that are thrown in. They had somebody who was like putting up like a smoke screen and like a wall of smoke. They had somebody jumping in and doing like throwing knives and stuff like that. Well, I'm definitely skeptical. I'm not just gonna blindly say this game's gonna be amazing, but I'm
No.
interested to see how the time to kill and stuff like
Yeah.
that being so low, how that works with the abilities and stuff
Yeah,
like that, and how that all.
I'm at least interested
flows.
to explore it because
Yeah.
we haven't had a game like exactly like this before. So I want to see what it's like
Yeah.
and how it plays.
I just fear it might be Overwatch for less time less time to
That would
kill.
suck if it was like that.
the only thing I think it won't be is because of how quick you die. Because Overwatch, in my opinion, the biggest problem is I feel like it's like a very spongy game.
I'm saying like if I fear that it's gonna be Overwatch with a lower time to kill. That's my biggest fear of
Yeah.
the game. I don't want.
You think it'll be
Overwatch.
ability based?
I hope the abilities play second fiddle
Yes,
to the guns.
for sure. Hopefully.
That's I don't. That's
Yeah.
that's what I fear. I
Mhm.
don't like.
That's fair.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm scared of.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair. I definitely want to try it as soon as it comes out in
Yep.
beta, but I'm not ready to be like, oh, Riot's making a shooter. It's going to be the best shooter ever.
The thing that has me intrigued the most is definitely like the Peeker's advantage combat because
That's huge.
like the game itself looks okay, but I really want to see what that looks
yeah,
like.
and if they're going for an authentic
Yeah,
tactical
because they
shooter,
said
you want-
things about rolling out infrastructure and tech, and me tech gets me hard, so we'll see what happens.
True.
So that's Project A.
Yes. So the next one, not Project B. They were
Nope.
going random with letters. We got
I'm sure they have Project B through Z, but they
maybe.
only
So the next one I have here is Project L, which is the game we probably got the least information on,
yes.
but it has. I think this was leaked, or no, they announced it at Evo.
It has been rumored and leaked several
And
thousand times.
I think they actually officially announced it at Evo.
Yes.
They're
Mhm, they did.
making a fighting game,
Yep, and they're making it
and
with the makers of Skullgirls, which is also a great fighting game.
okay, I have
Yep.
heard of that. It looked very similar to like Street Fighter or Tekken style.
Sure.
Side scrolling fighting game. They showed very little. We saw like Darius doing a combo on
Mhm.
somebody
Katarina.
on Katarina, yeah. So it looks like it's still very early, and one of the devs even came out and said, "This is Project L, the fighting game. We are still very early. We're gonna go radio silent. Don't expect to hear from us anytime soon." So this will probably be one of the ones that's gonna come out the furthest from
Yep.
now. But I'm intrigued,
Sure. Yeah.
and I'm not a big fighting game like player. I'm very bad at them.
Yep.
But if you give me league characters and I'm playing with people who are equally as bad as me, I think I'll have a fun time.
The
as,
thing,
as long as we both suck, it's fun. We're just smashing
think
buttons and hitting each other.
I'm intrigued about how they're gonna take these lead characters and make their skill set into a fighting skill set.
Yeah.
I agree. I will say this is the one I'm least looking forward to because it seems like it's going to be a high skill technical fighter. It's not going to be a Dragon Ball Z Fighters, and it's not going to be a Smash Brothers, and those are games that I can get into and jump into really
It's a little
easily.
more user friendly.
Yep.
Yeah.
This seems like it's going to be very technical.
So play with me because I'm shit at those games. So we'll both
But then
just
we'll just
mash.
be. You find that fun?
As long as we both are able to get off cool combos because we both
But
suck
we won't
so
be
much.
because it'll just be like kick, kick, kick. I get it, I get it. Like we'll just
Yeah,
be like
that's true.
cheesing each
None
other.
of
I
us will
get
be
it, I get it.
combos.
You know
It'll
what I
just be
mean?
like kick, punch, kick.
But yeah, I'll play with you though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is definitely the one because these kind of fighting games take a lot of dedication and time to get good at. Even to like the skill floor is even pretty high. So
yeah.
just
Which
I
is
don't.
why I suck.
Yeah, and I suck at games like these anyway. So
No.
we'll see what happens.
And then the next one or last one they showed was
Project.
Project F.
F.
This one almost as little was shown as the fighting game.
Mhm.
So this is going to be an RPG. To what scale we don't know yet,
Yeah.
but they showed like a
It
top-down
might
view.
even be like a beat 'em up. We don't
Yeah.
know.
It could be like a Diablo,
Yeah.
but they showed
Diablo's still an
Yeah,
ARPG.
sure.
Not
Yeah.
really beat 'em up.
a top-down view of a Blitzcrank
And
that was
Israel.
walking around, and he had both of his arms like out as hooks, and he was like ground pounding like
Yeah.
enemies and stuff like that. Aside from that, we didn't really see much,
No.
but I think all of us would be so down for
Yeah.
an RPG set with
I would.
in Runeterra.
And
right?
also, I think one of it was either Trinomir or Rise who said an MMO is not off the table. They're still exploring their options.
well, they have the world to do it, right?
Yes.
Like,
apparently, apparently they have the world. to do
yeah,
it, so-
apparently news is showing. But imagine like like you and I played WoW. Imagine that, but like Runeterra.
I'd give it a shot.
That would be sick if it was
I'm
done
just
well.
curious, like, cause there's like there's the 6 factions, there's 6 different areas. Like, how are factions gonna work and all that stuff?
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Like,
to see.
are you just like you just pick a character, you spawn to that area, and like you make and break out like allies by just going where you go, or like is there gonna like 2 sides, like Demacia,
Mhm.
the Demacia side and Noxus side, like they
Kinda
have
like
their
Alliance Horde kind of thing.
yeah, Alliance Horn, like there's
We'll
like
see.
Demacia and like Piltover and I don't know Freljord, and there's like Noxus,
Yeah.
Zaun, and the Shadow Isles, and like kind of I know Ionia is like somewhere it's there. I don't fucking know. And then there's Bandle City, that's like just anywhere there wants to be.
Yeah, that's true. Battle City's amazing. The cool thing about this is, unlike other RPGs where you create your character, it looks like you're playing as the champions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be like
I wonder
some
how
custom,
that works. Like, can you
customizability.
be in a game where there's like, yeah, I'm sure there'll be like skill
Yeah.
trees, but like, can you have a game with like 5 Blitzcranks? Like,
We'll see.
it'd
Honestly,
be
we don't know.
interesting.
We don't know if it was Blitzcrank.
I
because-
mean,
bec-
it could
But
be
the thing
like a
is,
robot.
there are other robots like
That's true.
Blitzcrank in the world.
That is true.
So
that is true.
it might have
could
just been a
been-
robot
yeah,
character.
a very Blitz looking. Like,
Yes. Yes.
but yeah,
yes,
that is
yeah.
true. That is
Because
true.
actually, like, yeah,
Yeah.
there are more other than him in the game.
So, damn.
yeah, they got a lot.
They came out with an anniversary event, which I thought was going to maybe tease one new game, and because the series got leaked, that there was going to be an animated series, and we were
Mhm.
going to get that. But they came out and were like, "Nah, we're making like 5 games, 6 games." Damn, that was a hell of an anniversary event. Last thing I forgot to touch on, also there's TFT updates coming,
I'm actually.
and they're bringing it to iOS and Android
Yep.
with PC crossplay.
I know you don't play TFT. I don't know if you play TFT.
I'm not gonna ever.
Fair enough. I'm excited because set 2 is coming out,
Yeah,
and this will be the first set that is like. I feel like TFT has still been like in beta, and I feel like set 2 is going to be like a kind of a reinvention of the game. So I'm looking forward to getting back into it
so
because Senna's going to be out day
now you
one.
can play on your phone, and it's all crossplay.
Yep.
So,
Except the currency.
Oh yeah.
oh,
Uh, I think the only thing like you just can't. The same currency isn't the same on a computer and mobile. I think they said something like
Weird. So, but
Okay.
your account shares, but your currency doesn't.
that. I don't. It's fucking weird.
Okay. Okay.
um, I mean, that kind of happened with Destiny, right? Is it where you bought the
Yeah.
silver? So it might
It's
have
only
to.
on Battle.net though, but if you Battle.net, you lost your silver if you didn't spend it.
No, same for consoles. Like I had.
Oh yeah.
So it might have to do with like, Google and Apple
Right.
taking a
Yeah,
cut.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't want you to bring over stuff that you got
That makes
100%. That Riot got 100% of the profit if you buy it on PC, and then you'll never buy it. So
Yeah.
my guess is it has to do with that.
Sure.
But holy crap, we've been playing this game for
There's a lot.
7 years.
7 years.
and
Since like at least before 2012.
and now this company's like dropping bombs. I'm so excited for the future for Riot Games.
Mhm.
Riot Games is like, they were like that friendly little person, like, yeah, we make League of Legends. It's a fun game. And I like, fuck you, Blizzard and Valve.
Yeah, they're literally like, hey Blizzard, we're gonna make every game that you have but better.
They
Again, I mean, we don't know if they're gonna be better than I yet, and
It's like, but, like,
I'm super hyped. But
literally the chain of events could have not been better for Riot Games because of all like the Blizzard controversy,
sure.
and
That's
all, like,
true.
the Hong Kong China stuff, until like all like their games being lackluster and like, you know, updates aren't as great. Overwatch is kind of stagnant. Hearthstone's kind of stagnant. WoW's this like kind of weird like state. Diablo's in this fucking weird state. And then Riot comes out like, hey, boom, 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 boom.
yeah,
Like-
if these games do well,
Yeah.
this could be like a shift of power between like Riot could like solidify a huge
I
foothold.
wonder
in
what
the
a world
market,
looks like with Riot Games being a massive publisher.
right?
Interesting.
They're bought by Activision. They're Activision Blizzard Riot Games.
Please no.
Why do you have to ruin it? I'm here so happy.
Look at this guy.
And this guy has to say that. I just got 3 of them on my Destiny game. Why do you have to put them back in my life? You monster. Have you no shame?
No,
God damn it.
I live for these moments.
Yeah, apparently. Last piece of news before we wrap up. Do we still have time? Okay, so this is only gonna take me like a minute or two. Another Riot Games news. Riot is partnering with Panasonic Avionics to
Right.
bring LCS to airlines across the
Yeah.
United States. So it's being added to their Sports 24 and Sports 24 Extra bundle,
Mhm.
which shows things like the English Premier League, Rugby World Cup. It's going to be showing the
Hey,
2020
say it
Olympics.
properly. It's the Premier League.
The Premier League.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wimbledon.
Sure.
So some big sporting
Yeah,
events.
yeah.
And they're adding LCS to this package. And it'll be showing both LCS and Academy games with, they said, almost live. So maybe 5-minute delay or something like that. But they said not. They purposely said not enough to have the game spoiled for you on Reddit.
Nice.
So I would assume like 5-10 minute delay maybe
Yeah.
at most. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a delay from the streaming signal to
Sure. Sure.
get to the system. I don't know how technology works. I just use it. But Sports 24 is on more than 2,400 aircrafts across the state. So they didn't specify how many exact aircrafts will be getting this, but you can assume that it'll be on every aircraft that has this package since it's coming to this package. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't fly because planes are terrifying. But if I did,
They're actually a lot of fun.
I'd love to watch LCS.
Sure. Sure.
They are not fun.
They're very much.
You're in a freaking metal box that's just chilling in the air, and
Yeah,
at any
but
moment
you're
could
in the
plunge
air.
30,000
No, no,
feet.
why
and
did you
die.
form
skip-
of human travel?
Why did you skip over in the air? That's the best part.
Yeah, what happens when something goes wrong?
Yeah, but
But you were-
Gravity. Have you heard of
but
gravity?
Brad, flying planes stays form of travel. Human travel, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Statistically, it is.
Okay, so I just won't move. I'm gonna sit here all day.
Alright.
Ethan, is that okay? Yeah, so Ethan's cool. I don't have to leave.
Oh, I
I'm
got
safe.
a question for you. What if?
Oh God,
What if
I don't like your what ifs, especially with the smirk on it. I don't like this.
Riot Games
Oh, you son of a bitch.
and EA partnered up?
No. No.
What could EA even bring though?
Loot boxes,
True.
They
Yeah,
have
exactly.
loot boxes
Nothing good.
already.
Huh?
They have loot boxes already.
But like, not like
but bad ones.
yes, bad ones.
kidding me? I had 50 loot box. I had 50 chests full of like bought the world's pass, kept getting keys.
That's good.
Fair.
I wish I had that many
But-
chests.
How do you not have chess? Get S's more.
Yeah.
Stop being bad.
Mm. Well,
Be
I
good.
play Phil. You literally play 2 champions, bro. What do you
Yeah,
want me to do?
I play Phil too. I'm always jungle or support.
What do
But
you mean I
always-
play 2 champions.
You play.
I'm
You
the type
play.
of player that like goes in.
Plays
and will die for
Zaya,
the
Lucian,
team.
and Kai'Sa.
How many is that?
3.
Yeah, I play more than that, boy.
Well, who else you play? What?
I have like Mastery 7 on like 10 champions.
But like, that's what I mean. You play like 4 champions.
But see, he plays for his KDA. I played to help the team.
I don't play for my KDA.
No, no. Brad doesn't. Brad is not a Cadia player.
No, I'm Wild Turtle, bro.
When when you should be when you're an AD carry, that's like the best time to be a Cadia
Dude,
player.
No, I play as aggressive as possible.
Yeah.
I live and
Sometimes
die.
it works. Sometimes it
I
doesn't.
live and die by my aggression.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't.
Mostly
Anyways, it's almost 2 weeks to the day now.
Damn.
Or actually, just a little under.
die. Yeah, under.
About 10 days or so. The extra life. So, if you haven't done it yet, what the fuck are you doing? Seriously. It's helping sick kids out, man. Like, jeez. Camera angle, thank you, Ethan. Great.
My hat's so tall, you need to fix the camera to get it to fit.
Anyways, Extra Life. It is November 2nd. We have about 10 days or so till we have enough money to shave off Ethan's head. You know what I mean by that? We're at
Shave off his head.
just decapitation.
So, I think we're about to approach $1,100. We're at it right now.
Which is already
Like, that's
incredible.
insane. How do you
that
get
is
yeah.
so much to
insane. That
everyone
is
who's
Thank you very much.
So much. So
That is huge.
if you're able to, on our social media pages, you can go to the links. It will bring you to our team page, and from there you can pick and choose who you want the money to go to. Preferably not that Nathan guy. I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
I can't. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So either me, Brad, or Ethan, who are raising money for it. Going to either one of us. It all goes towards sick kids in Toronto. Help make these kids live the best lives they can for hopefully longer lifespans than they're predicted to. Some of them.
Sick Cage is such an undervalued asset
Is
in Toronto.
It is.
It's so useful.
It's huge.
It is useful, and they seriously need the money to build.
Mm-hmm.
They want to build a whole new hospital, which they're slowly getting towards, and they need the better equipment to like support these kids. Like these kids need all the help they can get. They need
Cutting edge
all the
tech is
support they
expensive.
can get.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge endeavor to get these kids healthy or living the best life they can while they can.
And
Mhm.
every dollar counts.
Yep.
Sure,
Yeah.
they need hundreds of thousands to, there's never too much money you can have, but every dollar goes towards helping it.
It's amazing. Like please, as best you can, support it as you can. That's all I gotta say.
We appreciate it.
You have the floor.
That is your
Oh,
cue,
okay.
Shamak.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for listening, watching, being here with us on this episode of the Three Can Play Podcast. You can catch us on Instagram and Twitter at Three Can Play Podcast. It's been myself, Nick P, and Brad Crably Corky Crab. With peace and love, Three Can Play out.
Thank you.